Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Trajan Wealth, your trusted local fiduciary advisor. Visit TrajanWealth.com.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Need help after an accident? Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeartRadio station. Guaranteed human. Someone's going to get offended. It's just the way the world works. So to hopefully save everyone a little time and or energy, here's this. The opinions that you hear are those of the host and callers, and not those of iHeartMedia, its management, or advertisers. You are now listening to The Jim Colbert Show on Real Radio 104.1.
That's right, guys. Here we go on a Monday edition of the Jim Colbert Show. Thank you so much for tuning in. We appreciate that, as we do every single day, and we do have a good program for you this afternoon. We will get you caught up on what's happening in the world. We'll do that around 3:20 with JCS News. 4 o'clock hour, we'll do a Jack's Oscar recap around 5:20.
Okay.
Jack's going to go over everything Oscars. It was a very exciting evening, groundbreaking evening. 5 o'clock hour, we have trivia. We'll end it up with our buddy Ray Trenley. You heard it here first. No sports today. Brandon couldn't make it in today, but we'll do that for sure. 407-916. I'm Jim. To my left, my lovely and very dangerous co-host, Ms. Deb Roberts.
Did you forget me?
Yeah, no, the music is lower in my ears for some reason today, and it's going to throw me out. There you go, Jack. And producer Jack Bradshaw.
Hi.
I know.
Can you hear me? I'm here.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Find us easily on social, Instagram, Facebook at The Jim Colbert Show. On X, just at Jim Colbert Show all day, every day, JimColbertLive.com. That's where you can check us out on YouTube. That's realradio.fm/watch. And if you'd like to send a talkback, that's easy as well. Just grab the iHeartRadio app, go to Real Radio, and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack, and we will get you on the air.
I blame the Oscars. I think that's what threw you off in your beginning, because throwing that into the mix was not normal on a Monday.
It is not, but it's weird because when the headphone thing is not the same volume, it's kind of wild. You wonder if you can hear yourself.
I usually, when that happens to me, I'm like, let me just check and make sure I plugged them all. Look at that, called user error.
Oh, now it works in both ears.
Exactly.
It's
Look
amazing.
at that. Technology.
When did they figure out stereo? Did you guys have to gas up this weekend or today at all?
I will be doing that tonight.
Will
possibly.
you really?
I'm at half a tank. You guys know I've been filling up even at half a tank.
Yeah, but half a tank is now a normal tank.
Yeah.
Exactly. It cost me $26 last time I filled up half a tank.
I'm at half a tank. I think I got 2 more weeks in me.
All right, I pulled into the gas station today, and my little meter said you have 20 miles left. So
wow.
You guys,
you play that game. I don't like that game.
But I'm surprised. Normally he goes down to quarter of a mile.
Yeah, it wasn't even touching the red line this time. Usually I like it to get it down there like where it's like 5 miles left.
Oh, I can't do
so
that.
So it's 20 miles left. I pull in and I get out. And the first thing I do is I wonder how much it is a gallon, because to be honest with you, I've kind of been tuned out this weekend. We just kind of vegged this weekend, and I did not stay connected in any way, shape, or form. So I have no idea going into Monday morning what happened this weekend at all. And I look over at the pump, and it says $3.99 a gallon.
Whoa! Where the hell did you get? Are you getting premium?
$3.99. No. Premium was $4.75 a gallon.
Oh!
$3.99 a gallon at the racetrack out by us.
Really?
Sure enough. And my normal fill up. Now, here's the thing. I've been wondering, how much more actually is it, right? I fill my tank up about once a week. Best case scenario would be 3 times a month, right? That's about how time, because we live out in the middle of nowhere, and it takes all that time to drive back and forth, blah, blah, blah.
30 minutes here, 30 minutes back.
Sure, yeah, right? So, but we're driving 80 miles an hour, so again, the gas.
That may be the speed limit soon, by the way.
My normal fill up is around anywhere from $51 to $55. Normally, that's what it is. Today, $71.
Oh, see, and that's the difference.
And I will tell you, this is exactly like that 71. When you look at it, like, damn, man, that's like, that's $20 more, right? But I really don't fill up that often. So for me, it's only about anywhere from, let's say, $60 to $100 a month in gas fees, because I don't use my vehicle, as much as other people. And I thought to myself, I can't imagine what it's like for some people out there right now that have to fill up full-size trucks. I drive a little Ranger, a full-size truck fill up, and you have to do that once or twice, 3-4 times a month. Your fuel charges go from like $350 a month to like $9.
Which explains why, that cuts into your groceries.
Oh, yeah.
That cuts into your power bill. That cuts into your entertainment, because now you've got to cover all of those other bills that the gas is now sucking up. That is, if it's not even more expensive at the grocery store, because now, look, FedEx and UPS are tacking on fees because their costs are going up because of the fuel.
And I have a story earlier, or to go over a little bit later. It's about Lyft and Uber drivers and what they're doing to try to stay in business, because I don't know that the app really adjusts for fuel costs. Right? I mean, if you get a ride, you get a ride. But what I'm saying is, I don't think Lyft or Uber actually adjust the rates based on how much the fuel is costing the driver.
They don't tack on a fuel surcharge at times?
I don't know if they do, Jack. That's what I'm saying is, I don't know if they have that or not, because I know that they have the rush charge, or what's it called, the
surge.
Yeah, the surge pricing,
Yeah,
right? They have that, but I don't think
everybody has surge pricing.
I don't think they have fuel increase pricing.
But let's see if this year is the first year they end up trying to institute something like that, because, again, those higher fuel costs are cutting into whatever those Uber and Lyft drivers are happening to make.
And theoretically, that should be part of it. I mean, it really should. There should be a swinging gauge that goes back and forth for Uber and Lyft drivers to kind of estimate how much that the gas is going to be, to either raise or lower the rates based on that. Because, I mean, look, man, business-wise, I can't imagine if you're an Uber driver or a Lyft driver how you're going to make it over the next 6 weeks. I mean, that's the minimum I hear this is going to be. And I also read that even if it ended tomorrow, gas is not going to go back, because Iran still has to agree to open up the straits. They have to agree not to bomb people in the straits,
there you go.
and bomb the tankers. But what I'm saying is, there's no clear notion that's going to happen.
No.
So, I mean, theoretically, you're looking at $3.50, $4 gas for maybe months longer.
And it's interesting because that's what folks are texting us. They're saying they went by the station at 7 o'clock this morning. It was the state average, according to AAA. Actually, a penny less. They said they saw $3.72. Just drove by the same station a few minutes ago, $3.99.
$3.99 is what your boy paid today. And it ain't going down. So I wonder how many people are going to be able to, again, the people who would drive for Uber and Lyft, that's a big player here in town. Are you going to be able to still do it? Are you still going to be able to put gas in your car and have to cut that out of your margin and hope that people tip you in advance? I guess maybe that's what you do, Jack. You hang a sign on the back of the headrest that says, "Hey, by the way, I know this is your fare, but if you could kick in another extra buck or two, because gas is now $1 more a gallon than it was 10 days ago."
I can't believe that that's not factored into the fare. That somehow that a rideshare driver is not somehow compensated for that.
Like the app.
amount.
So in other words, the app doesn't take that into consideration at the time of the purchase. So theoretically, the Uber, I've said that a billion times today. The Uber app this morning, right? Let's say you Ubered this morning at 8 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
Where gas was $3.73 cents a gallon or whatever.
Yeah.
And you get another Uber that afternoon where gas is now 20 cents more a gallon. Does the app automatically calculate that increase in fuel cost and then add that to the ride charge?
I think it should. That way the driver is not directly affected.
Is always protected.
In that case. But we have drivers who listen. I'm sure they'll let us know. But then what if you have a driver who's using an EV?
Yeah, I mean,
Instacart shoppers as well. We're thinking just the Ubers and the Lyfts. We're not thinking of the DoorDash drivers, the Instacart drivers.
Yeah. What about landscapers? Season's here.
Oh,
season is here. Not only dragging the equipment around.
Couple more weeks.
Yeah, but I mean, it's here, buddy. Trust me. They're gearing up right now. Are landscapers going to be building that into their new charges? Because if your yard is normally like $150 a month, are they now going to build in another $30 or $40 a month to cover fuel costs for that? And how are customers going to handle that? Are they going to just take it? Because, you can't go get somebody else. They're all facing the same issue.
So
it's fuel costs. It's international.
Just texted us at 77031. I can't buy food this week because I have to fill up the truck to drive to work to make money to buy food, which I can't buy because I'm putting that money in the truck to go to work to buy food. And so the circle goes.
Yeah. The circle of idiocy.
Circle of life, baby.
Yeah. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but I mean, people are going to have. Do you remember in 2008 when the crisis, or was it 2008 when the gas prices went through the roof?
That's when it started,
and people are like, people are selling their cars and buying scooters. You remember that whole thing?
Yeah.
And, people were opening up businesses based on that, thinking gas was going to be $4.50 a gallon in perpetuity forever. And people are like literally stopping their lives and open up like scooter businesses and electric skateboard businesses, thinking that we were all going to be going around town and on these electric scooters because gas was going to wind up being $10 a gallon.
About 15, 20 years ago, I remember talking to a person who ran a few car dealerships. They said every time the price would jump like 20, 25 cents, they'd see their hybrids, hybrid sales
just go through
totally
the roof.
Peak. It's amazing how reactionary it is in the moment.
Yeah.
Because it's a volatile thing. It's never down forever. It's never up forever, but it does go back and forth. So it's going to happen.
But usually we can manage those swings a little bit. Usually it doesn't fluctuate this far. It usually doesn't go from $2.79 to $3.99 a gallon in a 10 to 12 day period of time.
This has been a quick spike.
Yeah, you see these fluctuations occasionally when things are going awry in the Middle East, but as a rule, it kind of stabilizes. It doesn't look like that now. Nobody really knows the answer of when it's going to stabilize because, again, ending the war tomorrow doesn't really solve the problem of getting fuel in here. And, of course, they've already topped the reserves. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Yay, good times.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. What do you have for news?
Trump's chief of staff has been diagnosed with cancer. Closer to home, weather is grounding flights at OIA, but it's not like it's been a nightmare there over the weekend.
Yeah, there's like one TSA agent for the entire terminal.
And one flight that's making it in and making it out. And then something old is kind of new again.
Really?
And it's kind of cool to see. And we're going to talk about that and more coming up next during JCS News.
All right, take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news and do more of the Jim Colbert Show. Stay put.
Real Music Weekends are classic alternative. Classic alternative this weekend on Real Radio 104.1.
From director Steven Spielberg.
This is Disclosure Day.
Watch the official trailer now.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Traveling on the beach line, the on-ramp from Goldenrod Road, 2 left lanes there are blocked due to an accident there. Also, Orange Avenue between Holden Avenue and Michigan Street, those lanes remain closed because of a crash. Also, I-4 eastbound between 192 and 535 is a slow ride. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Pro-Life Across America.
Hi, I'm Angie. Did you know a billboard can save a baby's life? It's true. You can make a difference by helping us spread the pro-life message to reach those who are struggling with an unplanned pregnancy. Please make a gift today. Visit prolifeacrossamerica.org.
Hey everybody, Jim Colbert here for my friends over at Life Imaging FLA. Spring is a perfect time for renewal, and I will tell you something, man. When you consider what Life Imaging does, these guys are the spot. This is what you want to do for your long-term health care, man. When I think about all the testimonials I've heard here on the air for that couple that wanted to go to the gym, they were in their mid-60s. They said, well, maybe we'll go to Life Imaging FLA and get this free heart scan to make sure that our bodies are ready for the workouts that we want to put it through. They go and get the scan. Turns out the woman's perfectly fine. The guy has 2 major blockages, and he's in the hospital getting surgery 4 days later. That surgery wound up saving his life. That's what his own doctor told him. And when you consider what Life Imaging does, prevention today definitely means memories tomorrow. Don't miss the moments that haven't happened yet. That's what Life Imaging does, allows you to experience those. Do not wait. Do what I did. Call Life Imaging FLA. Get this free heart scan. Just a few minimum requirements. It is a $699 value, and you don't take off your clothes. There are no injections. And please, while you're there, ask about their cancer screening as well, because early detection saves lives. Just pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, and say the keyword free heart scan. That's it. That's how you make your appointment. Pound 250. Say that keyword free heart scan. They'll connect you in seconds. Guys, make that call today and take control of your long-term health care.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. Download a free home buyer's guide at thenickleegroup.com.
Let's go! Our
iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Thursday, March 26th, live on Fox.
Watch as we honor the biggest stars from all genres of music that you loved listening to all year long on your favorite iHeartRadio station and the iHeartRadio app.
Hosted by Ludacris.
All right, are y'all ready to get started?
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday, March 26th.
Starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
This is Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford, Lake Mary. Sir, do you read me?
I'm here, Private. What do you need?
It's this new offer, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere.
You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we've got. Just $99.
Sir, yes, sir. Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Sir, what about credit? If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money. Oh! Pay thousands less. New Tucsons, Elantras, and more. Plus 0% financing for 60 months with no payments for 90 days. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. And if you've served, you save even more. Everything we've got, just $99. Headquarter Hyundai. On Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
My tax refund just hit. Yes! Time to finally replace the stuff I've been thinking about. The wobbly kitchen table, the old mattress, the sofa with the stain. I really need to get the most for my refund. That's why I'm going to American Freight. Their prices start low, like mattresses from $49.99 and kitchen tables for under $100. Tons of items in stock and ready to take home. Want to maximize your refund? Visit AmericanFreight.com.
Life doesn't follow a script. Divorce, car accidents, and business disputes. When life gets complicated, you need more than just a lawyer. You need a law firm with a reputation built on excellence, respected by peers, trusted by the community, and proven inside the courtroom. At TK Law, we've spent decades guiding clients through life's toughest moments with dignity and respect. Visit onefirmforlife.com. TK Law, your one firm for life.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep. These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
The free iHeartRadio app has over 100 commercial-free stations waiting for you to explore right now, like the Beatles Now and Then, celebrating all things Beatles.
Together, you say goodbye, and I say hello.
Legendary clips, deep cuts, live performances, and all their solo hits.
And on the run.
Listen commercial-free. Just open the free iHeartRadio app, search Beatles Now and Then, and make it your next preset.
iHeartRadio.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
This is Robin from Hilo Town here on the Big Island of Hawaii.
Awesome.
Our
Cool.
gas is now at $4.99. It's been $4-something for the past almost 9 years, and this is the highest I've seen it since the pandemic. Aloha.
Let's also not forget the gas prices we're looking at right now are gas that has already been in the States. There's no way that gas over there has made it to be gas over here. It's ridiculous that the price has gone up like this. It should be at least a month out for any of the gas that's coming over here, because there's no way that the gas shoots up like that for gas that's already here in those gas tanks and in the States in general.
So I never seem to be able to hit the mark on this whole gas price thing. I'm usually the one that's going to be filling up at $3.99. However, yesterday it was $3.67 and I had like a 13-cent off per gallon coupon from 7-Eleven. So I used that and it was like, I don't know, it's like $3.54 a gallon. So that's crazy. I'm saving almost 45 cents a gallon, right? By not buying it today. But you guys can say what you want to about Ross's old car, but I'm getting 30 miles to the gallon right now.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. Jack is right over there. Hi there. And Deb has your news. Let's get it.
It's time for JCS News.
Wow, does this guy got to put his name on everything?
It's in my contract, dude.
Here's the news on the Jim Colbert Show.
And JCS News is brought to you by that mortgage guy, Don. President Trump's chief of staff has been diagnosed with cancer. In a Truth Social post, Trump said Susie Wiles had been diagnosed with early stage breast cancer. He added her prognosis is, quote, excellent, end quote, and she will be spending, quote, virtually full time at the White House, end quote, during her treatment period. Trump called Wiles one of his closest and most important advisors. Wiles is the first woman in U.S. history to serve as White House chief of staff.
Ooh, when you get cancer, when the term you're looking for is early stage.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Oh, good on her.
Meanwhile, President Trump says his intervention led to emergency surgery that saved the life of a retiring North Florida congressman. He and House Speaker Mike Johnson revealed that Republican Neil Dunn was facing a very serious medical issue.
What was the diagnosis?
It was, I think it was a terminal diagnosis.
He would be dead by June.
Okay, that wasn't public, but yeah, okay. It was grim. That's what I was going to say.
Trump says he got White House doctors involved and Dunn was taken to emergency surgery. Speaker Johnson says Dunn has a new lease on life and now plans to serve out his term. President Trump says he intervened first for Dunn and secondly for the vote to preserve the razor-thin Republican majority in the House.
All right.
Setting the tone.
All right. Cuba's deputy prime minister is announcing a series of economic reforms for the island aimed at creating what he called, quote, a dynamic business environment, end quote. Now, according to Deputy Prime Minister Oscar Perez Oliva Fraga, Cuban nationals living abroad will be allowed to invest in the private sector and own businesses in their homeland. Officials are looking to revive a range of sectors, from tourism and mining to fixing and updating the antiquated power grid. However, the country's economic czar said a U.S. blockade is hampering efforts as the island faces an energy crisis, rare violent protests, and public pressure from the Trump administration. Fraga noted that, quote, Cuba is open to having a fluid commercial relationship with U.S. companies and also with Cubans residing in the United States and their descendants, end quote. In the meantime, officials in Cuba reported an island-wide blackout today in that country of some 11 million people who are now without power as their energy and economic crises deepen.
Yeah, it's crazy over there.
It really is. And apparently the violent protests are because there are no lights.
Right,
so they have the cover of darkness and they have the nighttime to be able to go out and protest, whereas normally they'd end up in prison for that.
When's President Rubio going to fix all this?
Yeah, no joke.
Marco.
Yeah. Rubio.
All right, 3 people killed in Operation Epic Fury have ties to Florida. The War Department on Saturday released the names of the 6 Air Force airmen who died in a plane crash in Iraq last week. Major John Clinner, Captain Ariana Savino, and Tech Sergeant Ashley Pruitt were assigned to the 6th Air Refueling Wing at MacDill Air Force Base in Tampa. Senator Ashley Moody says she's devastated by the loss and she's praying for their families and loved ones.
Yeah.
Did they say what happened? Because it wasn't under fire, either friendly or hostile.
Right.
Yeah, but
do not know.
Just like a plane collision, like midair refueling. That's one of the most
safe because the
trickiest maneuvers you can do, right?
But I understand it's really safe because what I also understand is sometimes static electricity can be caused. Or did I see this in a movie?
Oh no, I do believe that is because that's an issue when you fuel up at the gas.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things is it's the static electricity thing. Like when that nozzle's coming down, that if it hits it, it could create a spark maybe that could cause an explosion. But I didn't hear how the plane went down. Did it explode mid-flight?
No.
Did it just crash?
And it wasn't refueling at the time of the crash either.
Who knows?
Jimmy, I determined long ago, if you saw it in a movie, that means it's based on something that's true.
Right.
That makes all movies true documentaries.
Art imitates life.
Yeah.
Oh, our first responders are applauding you guys right now.
Yeah.
Yay. Yeah, jump over that down power line. It won't arc.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
It won't kill you. Speaking of down power lines, millions of people across the eastern half of the U.S. from the Midwest all the way down here to the southeast are in the path of severe weather today. The National Weather Service is calling for showers and thunderstorms this afternoon and evening here in Central Florida, plus the potential for damaging winds and hail. Forecasters are warning that hazardous conditions like excessive debris, down power lines, and travel disruptions are possible. Sunshine returns tomorrow. That's the good news. The bad news is it may be bad news. Some folks won't mind. That's because the high in Orlando for St. Patrick's Day will be a brisk 61 degrees.
61 degrees.
And that kept dropping. It was like last week it was going to be, 68, 67, 63. Now it's 61.
It's not going to be over 70 for the next 3 days.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, imagine if this was your spring break where you came to Florida.
I mean, when you see this storm coming across the state, the damn storm is as big as the state.
And it's funny you bring up spring break because it has kind of seemed to come earlier this year, and what a terrible time across the country because between the Department of Homeland Security, TSA not being fully funded, you've got long lines at the airports, you've got the weather causing disruptions. Hey. Have fun, kids.
I'll just stay at school next year.
Right. Yeah, no. That will not be happening.
I did that actually one year. Couldn't get out.
You're a nerd.
You have, I know. You have, now you have to go back a few years to find a day as hot as Sunday, at least in Volusia and Seminole counties. Weather records were tied yesterday in Volusia and Seminole counties. Daytona Beach reached a high of 89 degrees.
Good Lord, really?
Which ties the record set in 2016. Now, Sanford hit a high of 90. And that ties a record set back in 1971.
Damn.
It is much cooler today. And, of course, National Weather Service calling for highs in the low 80s and then into the low 60s tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yay. And the weather is blamed for disrupting travel plans. About 100 flights were canceled. Between 100 and 300 were canceled. 500 delayed yesterday at Orlando International Airport. As of noon today, I had heard of over 300 flights. And Orlando International just suffered another ground stop about 30 minutes ago as these heavy thunderstorms are rolling in. So some people were planning to spend the night at the airport, may have to do the same again tonight. Some are trying to look on the bright side. One woman tells Wesh 2 she might just take an extra day and visit Universal again. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I saw one woman at the airport and said, yeah, like today being the extra day, and if you're at Universal, you had that band of storms that did come through. But she's like, but my husband, he's just thinking about all the extra money this is costing us. I go, that's me.
It's funny. I've seen the opposite of this. I've seen where planes were overfilled. They come on the the speaker
Intercom?
system, and they're like, "Hey, we're overfilled. We need somebody to give up their seat. We're offering $300. No takers." Like 20 seconds later, they come back on. I'm like, "We're offering $600. Nobody." And it's almost like these people knew this was coming.
Yeah, they do.
And that last offer, they came back and goes, "Okay, guys, $900." And then it was a race over the seats. Then it was like people coming out, like elbowing grannies in the face to get to the front.
Well, we touched on a little bit of the TSA. Have you guys seen any of the photos out of Atlanta, Hartsfield, Jackson with the line coming out of the airport and like around the airport?
Oh, yeah.
That's how, literally, I know we joked last week that at Houston's Hobby International Airport, they were telling passengers to arrive 5 hours early for their flights. You can pretty much count every airport in the United States, including OIA, where they said today and over the weekend, it was an hour and a half to 2 hours just to get through security just to get through the TSA line. And then you got to worry about getting to your
I was
gate.
going to say, and then you find out that your flight's been canceled already.
Exactly.
Yeah, you wait 2.5 hours to find out that you don't have a flight.
And we just like gas prices, when are they coming down? We have no word. No clue on when this TSA thing. And of course, the longer it drags out, the more TSA workers are calling in or simply quitting.
Yeah, this was the first full paycheck they missed last week. So this is really going to be the time where this next 2 weeks, you're going to know who's there and who's not there. And it's going to be real interesting.
It is. And if you've got anybody traveling, like we have family coming in for our wedding. I know there's vacations around here where people are going to be flying and traveling. I haven't seen any disruption in cruise travel yet, but everything has a ripple effect.
Yeah, that's when I get super pissed.
Is what?
That's when I come alive.
Because up until now, it hasn't been super. It's just been regular piss.
Right.
Wait till we get super piss.
Doesn't affect me.
Yeah.
Well, to that end, it should surprise you not that 10 airline CEOs are asking Congress to pay Transportation Security Administration workers during this partial government shutdown. They stressed in a letter on Sunday that it's a necessity for security officers and air traffic controllers to be paid, especially as the summer travel season approaches. TSA workers, as you just said, Jimmy, missed their first full paycheck last week as the Department of Homeland Security largely remains without funding. Democrats are refusing to fund the department until reforms are made to immigration enforcement. In the meantime, like we said, wait times at airports across the country have been going up as workers just simply call in sick or find other jobs.
Yeah.
Still got bills to pay.
Texters, real quick, speaking of airlines, the military, that plane refueling that went down, they said it was it was a tanker refueling another tanker.
Oh, wow.
And they did make contact. The one that landed was missing the top third of the vertical tail.
I saw the picture of
That's
that. Yeah,
right.
it's crazy.
That's right. There were two planes. One landed safely. The other did not. Okay, I forgot about that. Thanks to the smartest audience in talk radio. All right, we talked about this already, but another day brings another jump in gas prices as the war in Iran continues to take a toll on global oil markets. As of this morning, oil prices were hovering just under $100 a barrel. AAA reports the average price for a gallon of regular grade in Orlando had jumped to $3.73. That's from $3.55 a week ago. Of course, multiple texting reports saying, $3.73 was
right.
Such a great memory. This time
I remember those days.
This time last month, prices were around $2.85 locally. The national average for a gallon of gas is $3.72. And just like we've been seeing with the texting service, the Auto Club says Florida drivers could see increases this week as gas stations adjust to rising wholesale costs. Fun video I saw on Instagram earlier today said, let's see what gas prices were like in the 90s. 85 cents a gallon for regular.
In the 90s, was it really?
I don't remember it that low. Really?
Let me go ahead. Good. I'm going to look this up.
I remember pumping it when I was a petroleum dispersal engineer in New Jersey.
I like that. I like that.
That's
I like that.
Early 80s.
There you go.
I remember we were at 99.9 for a while, but then I remember it going up into that's when it would cross into the $1.25, and people were complaining when it was at $1.25 to $1.50.
I remember saying, I will never pay $2 a gallon. That is ridiculous.
In Florida,
you can say that again.
I know.
In Florida, between 19 and 93, how much was gas? Starting, and it's between this and this number. In Florida, according to the U.S. Energy Information Administration data.
I'd say between 95 cents and $1.15.
Oh, that's what I was going to say.
Between 70 cents and $1.10.
Wow. Wait, between what years?
Between 90 and 93. In the mid-90s, it was $1.22 nationally. In the late 90s, it was at $1.72, $1.74 a gallon.
Damn.
There you go.
All right.
I do enjoy all the people. Like, I saw it on Facebook, too, and I'm like, I'm not even going to bother.
Yeah, I don't want to look at that.
Well, in 2022, under Biden, it was over $5.
Oh, whatever. Shut up.
There was a gas station right down from my grandmother's house when I was growing up, and I remember in the 70s, it was 27 cents a gallon. I remember that. Yeah.
All right. A police officer and a suspect are hurt after a shooting in Volusia County. It happened yesterday morning in Port Orange on I-95 near I-4 and Bevel Road. Port Orange police say Todd Martin was wanted for another shooting, and during a chase. He crashed, he got out of the car, and fired at officers because you're just not in enough trouble.
Right.
South Daytona police officer Jake Fessenden was hit twice and thankfully is in stable condition. Martin was hit when police returned fire. He was also burned when the car he had barricaded himself in caught fire. He was taken to the hospital, and the POPD says he's in critical condition. Meanwhile, spring break mayhem hit the beaches in Volusia County during the weekend. Now you know why places like Miami Beach, Jacksonville Beach, Daytona Beach, they're like, take your party elsewhere. Sheriff Mike Chitwood says reports of gunfire were false, but many arrests were made.
We made 133 total arrests, 84 of them in Daytona Beach, 49 of them in New Smyrna Beach. What is concerning is we seized 6 weapons.
He says 7 of those arrested were turned over to immigration officials. Chitwood says the rowdy crowd growth was linked to social media encouragement that officers have no control over, right?
It's like a flash mob.
It's just like those truck takeovers.
Yeah.
It's done on social media. There's no way to pull the post down, and the next thing you know, you have tens of thousands of rowdy kids on your beach.
Did you see them running from that shot of the balcony, that the video that was put up on social media? It was like you set a firecracker off at a bed of ants.
What did initiate the people dispersing like that?
So here's what's going on. So he blamed the intentional popping of plastic water bottles. For the false reports of gunfire. He said what these kids were looking to do was crush these water bottles, and then that would cause the crowd to stampede. Chitwood also expects security to be increased next weekend. Way to ruin your own party.
It's just stupid.
I mean, it's
so stupid. I mean, you look at them. There were thousands of kids, and I'm just running everywhere. It was bananas.
It is, and of course, what a dangerous situation as well, right?
Yeah. And I've seen flash mob things online where they'll get a group of people together in an area, and they'll just start running through the streets trying to cause havoc. They're not doing anything wrong. It's just they look like they're running from something, trying to create some kind of drama they can put on social media. I've seen that. That's what I thought this was. It definitely was not that, because this was a city of people.
We used to do that.
It was a city.
I used to do that when we worked at a theme park, but we wouldn't run. On our way to lunch, 3 or 4 of us would just stand deep behind a garbage can. And then you'd hear people walking by. Tourists, when they're on vacation, so dumb.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what are they in line for? I don't know, but get in line.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what are they in line for? I don't know, but people are lining up. Get in line. By the time we walked away 5 minutes later, there was a 45-minute wait for the garbage can. Because they just see a line and they join it.
Yeah, but you get in early. Because it's like, hey, this line is going to be longer. I might as well be up the front. What's it for? Nope, doesn't matter.
Yeah. And I don't know about you guys. I'm the worst guesser. If you ever see me in a store and you see me contemplating what line to get in, whichever line I go to, get as far away from me as possible. Because something's going to happen. The lady in front of me is going to be paying with a check from Syria, or they're going to be paying with Bitcoin or a bag of gold, or the register's going to run out of tape, or somebody's going to have the bag boy's going to have a heart attack, something. Just get away from me.
All right, and then finally, the U.S. recorded music industry is reaching a record high of sales for 2025. The RIAA's year-end review report shows the industry made $11.5 billion in revenue in 2025, with vinyl sales surpassing $1 billion for the first time since, you may have seen this story.
I did not.
Okay, since what year have so again, vinyl sales surpassing $1 billion for the first time since this year.
And it can't be that long ago.
Really?
No,
really?
I don't think so, because, I mean, even with selling a bunch of it, the prices were lower.
Well, the person who knows the answer also said really.
Yeah. But she's also could be throwing a little wrench out there.
Could I?
CDs came out mid-'80s. I'm going to guess they probably passed vinyl. I'm going to go 91.
Now, you're not asking when it passed vinyl. You're asking when the last time vinyl outsold CDs, right?
With vinyl sales surpassing $1 billion.
$1 billion.
For the first time since this year.
God, man, but it's wild, because there was that rebirth of vinyl back in the 2000s, and I wonder if that...
Well, you said, what was your guess again, Jack? 1995?
Sure. No, I said 91.
91. Okay,
God,
91.
That's such a good guess. He's such a dick.
Are you going to shaw him or not?
Oh,
and
man.
which direction are you going to shaw?
God. The year Thriller out. I'll go 88.
Points, Jimmy. Since 1983.
Yeah.
There you go.
Thriller, baby.
Thriller. Yeah.
Yep.
Thriller, baby, 50 million copies or whatever it was.
Now, what's interesting is that none of these vinyl sales sound like anything that we've purchased, but Taylor Swift leads vinyl sales from her album, The Life of a Showgirl, selling around 1.6 million units. Sabrina Carpenter's last 2 albums sold nearly 600,000 vinyl units last year. Vinyl also led last year's physical formats, almost tripling the revenue of CDs.
That's crazy. Yeah, reissues, man, are a big deal now. I mean, it's still a good business.
Hey, to anyone who's never heard vinyl and that pop and the hiss and just the layered audio that you just don't get with digital music,
I love it.
It's the best.
I love my little turntable. It's so good.
It's awesome.
Absolutely love it.
And that concludes your JCS News.
Record albums.
407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Had a really weird experience last night I'm going to tell you guys about. We'll do that next.
Can you?
AI doesn't feel rage or joy or shame. We feel all three, usually before we're out of bed. Real Radio 104.1, guaranteed human.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Monday evening forecast. Still keeping an eye on some storms across the region, but a cool down is going to be moving in. We're going to be seeing Arctic air settle in across Central Florida, dropping our temperatures significantly as we head through the overnight tonight, as temperatures bottoming out throughout the mid-40s with highs only in the 60s. Taking a look ahead to your Tuesday. Luckily, though, we see those temperatures warming back up to right around 80 degrees by the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. At Everdoor, repairs come with a full 42-point check. Free. No guesswork. No missteps. Everdoor inspects what others skip. Schedule your repair now at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
I'm Mark Anajar.
I'm Glenn Levine.
I'm Ellie Anajar.
Together, we're Anajar and Levine.
If you've been hurt in a car crash, we'll fight to get you the maximum compensation you deserve.
Call Anajar and Levine for your free consultation. 1-800-747-FREE.
In Office Orlando.
There's something for everyone at Busch Gardens Tampa Bay. Come face to face with more than 800 animals. Discover new lions and sea hyenas like never before at our largest, most immersive animal habitat expansion, Lion and Hyena Ridge, opening this spring. Then fuel the rush on 8 thrilling coasters. Sip and savor over 100 flavors at the all-new Food, Wine, and Garden Festival. Select dates March 6th through May 10th. Busch Gardens, where wonder meets wild fun. Buy a Busch Gardens Fun Card, get Adventure Island free for only $99.99. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
I'm Matt Morgan of Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. I've had the privilege of seeing miracles, broken families rebuilt, every crash, every workplace injury, every medical mistake. Fighting back can work. We've gone toe-to-toe with insurance giants, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion recovered. Size matters. Reputation matters. Results matter. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Offices Orlando.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC. RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my tax time dime down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi. In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4. DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Local folks in uniform know that when it comes to jewelry, IDC rolls out the red carpet every time.
I actually bought my wife's wedding and engagement ring from IDC.
Meet Jamison Kenzie, a firefighter and paramedic who took advantage of International Diamond Center's 15% discount for first responders.
Amazing to get that discount and get something much prettier than I probably could have without it.
At IDC, we love our heroes.
People like myself and all the other first responders, it helps us in our budgets and every day to know that there's a place like IDC that we can go and get incredible value for amazing product.
International Diamond Center, always going out of our way to deliver exceptional value for those milestone moments in everyone's life, and always just a little bit extra for our military and first responders.
My name is Jameson Kinsey, and I'm a firefighter paramedic, and I've been super grateful for everything IDC has done for myself and our department.
International Diamond Center, proud to serve those who serve us. 3 convenient Orlando locations.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolade spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
This Earful of Real Radio is brought to you by crimeline.org. Give a tip anonymously.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show, also available to watch at The Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
What do you do, Colbert Crew?
There he is.
You know him. Your favorite tea. Oh, it didn't go all the way. Your favorite tea bagging Winn-Dixie parking lot in the villages of somewhere.
Okay.
Anywho's, I just left the Winn-Dixie there and saw that Pepsi is now selling a prebiotic cola.
Yes.
Tell me that doesn't sound good. Have a good one, yo. Peace.
Good after morning, Colbert Carew. Okay, so I heard Russ talking about his electric bill this morning and how crazy high it was. And I actually opened up my electric bill and my water bill at the same time this weekend. I was shocked. But not as shocked as I was this weekend when I got a call from my sister that I am going to be an uncle. My sister's having a little baby girl. I can't believe it. Congratulations, John and Kendra. I'm so happy for you guys. So, Uncle T out.
One more. Oh.
What up, guys? Sport from Duval. Hey, that static at the pump, that is a real thing, man.
Mm-hmm.
There was a woman getting gas up here in Jacksonville, and she had her cell phone in her hand, and it created that arc, and it caught her arm on fire.
Get out of here.
And there's a cop in the parking lot, so she went running over to this cop, on fire, and the cop shot her twice because she was waving a firearm at him.
Oh, my God. Duval,
you got us good, man. It is true about the cell phone.
What more can you say, dude? We'll just wrap this up story by saying Duval. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Duval.
Jack is here as well. Yeah. Orange. No, I didn't hear that one.
Yeah, don't you ever see the signs on this?
Hell, my arm's on fire. Don't put it out with bullets. My God, you're shooting me.
Waving a firearm.
I didn't even get the joke.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God almighty.
Holy crap.
Oh, my God. First big T, now this guy.
They got you. Duval got
So
you.
you didn't expect it from sport.
I didn't expect it from him.
Yeah, waving a firearm.
Oh, my God almighty.
That's good, right?
All right, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Because there's no way I can continue to do the show after falling for that.
Tom and Dan up next.
Good Lord. Yeah, we'll see you.
Have a good weekend.
Here's some best stuff from yesterday. So the one thing I want to tell you guys about, I don't know how often you've had this experiment or this experience, and I don't know how many people out there have it. I haven't had this in a very long time. As a matter of fact, I racked my brain today to try to figure out the last time I had it this defined. Now, I've been road hypnotized. Have you guys been road hypnotized before?
So bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, and for people who do not know what that is, mine happened driving through the Ocala National Forest back and forth when I moved here from Palatka, because that's to get there, and there's no light wash. And when you're driving through there at midnight, it's just that yellow line and then the scope of your headlights. And what happens is you start watching that yellow line, and next thing you know, you've gone 23 miles in one song. That's what it seems like. It seems like you've traveled 20 or 30 miles in a 2-minute period of time because you've just become hypnotized and the time goes past. Have you ever had this?
Oh, yeah. When I used to drive back and forth to South Florida, and it would get so bad that my eyes would just simply cross and refuse to uncross, and I'd have to pull into a service station and just wait it out.
And you're like in a weird bubble. It's like kind of odd. Jack, have you ever had this experience?
Yes.
Is it? Where did you have it? Just driving back and forth the radio station from Melbourne when you first started here?
Yeah, that was one like 520 and stuff. That's always a fun road.
Yeah.
Because that was a darker road at the time, and typically you're right. It's when you have less of that light wash and it's more of just that same monotonous driving, and you just had that reflection of that line coming back, and just on the pattern. That pattern, I think, it kind of lulls you in.
And somebody just said it as well. On 441 up here in North Orange County, it's concrete.
Right.
It's not pavement, right? So you hear the da-dun, 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 because the seams from the concrete, when they cut it to keep it from like bending and everything, that will also do it. Because somebody just texted and said that. That's right. This is what I had happen to me today. And I don't know if you've had it like this. All right, so this is like a time warp thing. I wake up this morning and I go to the bathroom, right? I'm in bed, go to the bathroom. Now, I don't know about you. Right. So usually what happens is when I wake up, my body clock has been pretty accurate, but I told you guys that for some reason this year, this time change thing has really been difficult, and it continues to be weird for me, right? Because I'm used to getting up at 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, and now it's like 7:30 in the morning.
Slacker.
And I hate that. I hate it more than anything. So this morning I woke up, go to the bathroom, and I just inevitably, I just do it by habit. I touch my phone screen to see what time it is. So it was 4:22 this morning. I was like, oh, I have plenty of time. I can go back to sleep. I don't have to worry about getting up now. That's way too early, right? So I go to the bathroom and I get back in bed. And this is what it seemed like, guys. I'm dead serious. It seems like I got back in bed and I laid down the way I would usually lay down. Then I adjusted myself 1 second. Right.
Which part of you adjust?
No, I didn't. I just turned a different way, right?
Oh, okay.
But when I turned a different way, I remember thinking to myself, I laid there for a second. I was like, man, I'm never going to go back to sleep. I'm just going to go ahead and get up and get up. I mean, I'm never going to go back to sleep because that's what usually happens. When I tapped my phone, it was 7 o'clock.
Nice.
2.5 hours went by, and I don't even know where it went because it didn't even feel like I went back to sleep. It just felt like I just turned over one time, and then when I tapped my phone, it was 2.5 hours later, and it seemed like it was 30 seconds, guys.
Well, that's your mind being disconnected from your body.
Is that what it is?
Your body is saying, dude, I'm not ready to get up yet. I need some more sleep, and your mind is like, ah.
But I'm wondering, what is the quality of that sleep? Like, so was that a deep sleep?
It sounds like
it had to be
when
deep.
It can just jump like that. I mean,
it has to be the deepest.
Yeah. I'm wondering. guess that might be the case. I don't know.
I mean, it has to be the deepest, right? Like you didn't even realize it happened. Like occasionally you'll do this on the couch. Like occasionally if you're watching sports during football season, you'll nod out while watching a game and you'll wake up and it's like you missed a quarter, like, 15, 18 minutes. Dude, 2.5 hours and it went by in a blink.
Yeah, because when you're falling asleep, you're quasi-aware, right?
Yes.
It's like that's why it seems longer because you're there for that part of it,
right.
Unless you just like instantly just dropped in.
Well, plus I've heard that your REM sleep doesn't really kick in until after 3 a.m. So maybe it could just be that you slip back into REM sleep because you'd only had an hour and a half of it before your bladder said.
Yeah, and the thing is, like, went to bed at a relatively, I think we went to bed around 11 o'clock. So, it wasn't even like a super late time. So, and usually when I go to bed that early, and if I sleep 6 hours, I'm getting up. It doesn't really matter. And that's why I checked my phone. It said 4:22. I'm like, well, I got plenty of time. I can go back to sleep and sleep for another hour and a half, and, I'll be fine. And then it felt like I got in bed, turned over once, and I'm like, oh, I'm never going to go back to sleep. I might as well get up now. When I tapped my phone, it was 2.5 hours later. So in that period of time, I slept 2.5 hours, didn't even remember, like no idea.
That's just the clock going, hey, you want to F with them? Let's F with them.
Isn't that great, though?
Yeah,
I mean, ultimately, when you saw it was after 7, didn't that feel good?
Well, it felt kind of good because, it was just kind of a weird, but it was weird. I wondered if my clock was right. That's how weird it was.
Because when I'm getting up early and I'm like worried, it's like, oh man, I may have to get up. I don't think I could go back to sleep. And then I look over and it's like 90 minutes later. I'm like, yes. That's a victory.
You're right.
That is a victory.
I should be happy, but it freaked me out so bad. I couldn't even enjoy the fact that I got 2.5 hours of like straight up zombie sleep.
Your body needed it and it got it.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. So in the midst of always trying to find something new to get people to go out and do things together, not do it together, we've seen everything from like knife throwing.
Right.
We've seen ceramics. You can go in there and glaze ceramics, and you can do the painting with wine thing, right?
I just saw a new one that I loved.
Which was?
Welding.
That's exactly what I was going to talk about.
Oh. No!
Yeah, I'll tell you about it next.
Yeah.
Make Real Radio 104.1 #1 on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
Accident, Aloma Avenue at Cimarron Boulevard. Left turn lane there is blocked. I-4 westbound at the Beach Line. Crew still trying to clean up an accident, blocking the right shoulder, and a crash on I-4 westbound approaching 429 has the shoulder there blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Everdoor Garage Door. At Everdoor, repairs come with a full 42-point check, free. No guesswork, no missteps. Everdoor inspects what others skip. Schedule your repair now at everdoor.com. Everdoor, the garage door that lasts evermore.
Want to make the most of your tax refund? File with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They help you get your biggest refund, and then we help you do more with it. With a personalized plan designed to help you hit your money goals. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to aspireallergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's aspireallergy.com.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and your trade could be the #1 seed. Trade values can swing by thousands depending upon where you go. But at Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete head-to-head to win your trade. That bracket-style competition could mean up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinance expires 4/5/26.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I'm here to talk to you about something that a lot of guys don't like talking about, and that's low testosterone levels. You know,
The truth is, men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did, so it's a thing to deal with. And when you have low testosterone, you feel sluggish, you lose focus all the time, you have trouble in the bedroom. Nobody needs any of that. Get hold of my friends over at Red Mountain Weight Loss, redmountainweightloss.com. They'll help you get rid of that sluggish feeling. And if you call them now for a limited time, you're going to be able to get your testosterone levels set right, and they'll help you with GLP-1 weight loss medication. That's a $299 value when you give them a call now. That's redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com. Or pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword Red Mountain, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's redmountainweightloss.com. You'll feel a lot better when you get your testosterone right. redmountainweightloss.com.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Indianapolis, only on Paramount Plus.
Transform your backyard with a black aluminum fence from Fence Outlet. For only $125 a month, that's less than $5 a day. Fence Outlet will install a 120-foot aluminum fence that turns any yard into your own oasis. Visit fenceoutlet.com for details. License number C-10252.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Oh, 5 a.m. run? Really? All right.
If running shoes could talk, they'd have a lot to say.
Puddle, puddle, puddle. Oh, why would you aim for it? Oh, a double nut. Someone's feeling fast today. Instead of a marathon, maybe a beer run next time.
If shoes could talk, they'd also tell you to shop Academy Sports and Outdoors for top running brands like Nike, Brooks, Asics, and Adidas. Academy. Fun can't lose.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
Need help navigating your will or trust? Visit onefirmforlife.com today for your free consultation.
Our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards are happening live at South by Southwest.
And the winner is...
Watch live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, free at Veeps.com or the Veeps app. And hear it here at 11 p.m.
Bring the good with avocados from Mexico. Whether you're listening, snacking, or simply enjoying the moment, spark the joy with every bite. Bring the good flavor, rich and craveable.
Avocados from Mexico.
Always good.
Need a new roof or gutters? Visit homebuildersnetwork.com.
Live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Got a question after an accident? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or dial 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. Watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
Potato. Happy St. Patrick's Day, y'all.
That's tomorrow?
It is tomorrow.
Oh, very nice. Got to wear green. Doing.
Or get pinched.
Oh.
Deb's going to get you.
Ooh.
She's a fine Irish lass.
Where's the pinch? Hey. All right, 407-916-1041. Text
There's
us.
a pay tier.
770. It's an only pinch.
Yeah, an only pinch.
I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
And Jack is here as well.
Yo.
Jack's Oscar update coming up here at around 4:20. Jack's going to go over all things Oscars. There were some surprises last night.
Some not-so surprises,
That's
maybe?
right. Some not-so surprises. Jack will fill you in if you missed any of the Oscar stuff and wanted to know who won, what movies did won. We'll have that in just a few. Deb, you nailed it.
Sorry.
No, don't worry about it. But
I always do that.
It is kind of interesting, though. Everything from cooking classes to painting classes to, my wife and I, when we were on vacation one time, we love doing these things, by the way. We went into one where you make a candle.
Oh, cool.
Where you mix your own smells and you make your own candle.
Did you dip the wick and everything?
Oh, everything. You do everything. You pour the wax, you dip the wick, you do the whole 9 yards. And then you come back like when it dries, and it was in St. Augustine, I believe. And then you take I actually still have mine.
Really?
And I use way too much leather. That's what I know. I was like, well, leather making that'll make my office feel very
masculine,
studious, and masculine. It did not. It makes it smell like a tannery, and I did not like that. So now I keep the remnants of that candle on my side table. For some reason, every time I open it up, it smells like a freaking leather shop, and it drives my dog crazy. But everything from that to cooking, axe throwing, there are myriad things out there that people try to create to get couples out to enjoy themselves. And I think this one's actually kind of cool. I saw it online today, and it's called Burn and Build. And I think it's over in Cocoa, right?
Yeah. And actually, when I had seen them, David Martin from Fox 35.
That's exactly where I saw it. Yeah.
Good Morning Orlando was out there. And it actually made me think of, I believe it's your uncle, who's quite an artist as a welder.
He is. That's he's welded his entire life. That's what he's done. But really, to be honest with you, I begged him to come to Orlando when I first moved down here in the mid-'80s to come down here and just do anything to work as a caricature artist out at Disney to kind of get his foot in the door, because he's a very talented cartoonist. And he's also a talented classic artist as well. But he works in welding. He builds these things that are really cool. The real-looking roses and stuff out of stainless steel.
Oh, I mean, some of the people who've taken classes over there, one woman made like this beautiful wand that she had welded. All I know is that it looked like a lot of fun with those big leather gloves and the face mask. And
you tell me it's crazy? Of all the crazy stuff I've done in my entire life, like all the building stuff I've done, I've never welded one time in my life.
Same here. I've soldered, but I've never welded.
I've never welded. I know, and the funny thing is, my wife has welded.
Really?
That makes sense.
My wife, because before we were married, she and her ex owned a fencing company, so they had stuff that they had to fix all the time, equipment all the time, and she did some welding when she was younger and doing that. I've never done it, and my uncle's done it his entire life. But I will tell you, when I saw David Martin this morning on Fox 35 Orlando, which was awesome, they were kind of talking about it, and it's a little studio over in Cocoa Beach called Burn and Build, I believe, and they have 4 stations set up. And I was just looking, it's a 3-hour class. You learn to weld and create an art project to take home. It's $200 per booth. You bring a partner at no extra cost. So you basically, as a couple, you could go in there for a couple $100. And I don't know that you can bring anything. That's called Sparks in Art, but they also have a beginner's class where you can rent the booth. They have corporate team building. I thought this was a really cool idea.
I don't know about the corporate team building, though, because that's when you're going to find out about those inner rivalries when someone turns their propane or what's the blowtorch they use?
Yeah.
And, oops, I didn't mean to get you over there in sales. My bad.
But there's so much more to it than everybody believes you just stick the rod in there or whatever. You go in there, you just stick it to the metal and it welds. It is way more complicated because different metals burn it and weld at different temperatures, and you really have to know that stuff. And I think you have to completely get acclimated isn't the word, recertified. Maybe every few years to learn how to make sure that you're doing it right or something?
I would imagine.
So this is a date experience?
I mean, not specifically, Jack, but that's kind of what it looks like. I mean, I think that's how David was kind of marketing. I mean, you agree?
Yeah. Oh, it just is a fun afternoon out. I mean, maybe 2 friends art school friends want to just, try a new skill at a brand new, because it's impressive.
Now, with the beginner class, it's only $120 for a couple hours, but you don't get to take home any art or do anything like that. They're just basically teaching you how to weld.
You don't even make a keychain.
With this other one, it's only $80 more, Jack, and you get to bring a friend and you're making something to take home.
What
it's
are you
called
making?
Spark and Art. I don't know what I'd make.
Spark and Art.
I just try not to kill myself with it because it's a little intimidating, man.
Oh,
it's a little intimidating, man. I don't know, dude. It's wild. I see people doing it. It's just intimidating. There's a lot of stuff, and they have grinders. You're not just welding, by the way. You're grinding. You're doing all the things.
That's cool.
There's a lot that can go wrong with it.
Like what?
Yeah, like what?
Well, I mean, that's why it's important to go to a class with someone who knows what they're doing, because you are grinding metal, you are introducing high heat. It's not like you're soldering.
No.
You're not using just a little soldering gun to make a little bit of jewelry.
Yeah.
This is full-on welding.
It's a good way to go. It's one of the things. One of my favorite things in high school was woodshop class, and what you would do is, for each piece of equipment, you learn about it, then you took the safety test, then you were allowed to use it.
Really?
And you did that for whether it was the planer, the table saw, the band saw.
You guys are so lucky.
I
took that in middle school because you had to take those electives.
Yeah.
And one of them was sewing, cooking.
There you just name the classes they offer.
Home ec.
Yeah, and woodworking and home ec, right?
Yeah.
There was no woodworking in my high school.
Really?
It was an all-girl Catholic high school.
That sucks, man.
It does.
Not only did we have woodworking, and that was in middle school, but when I went to high school, we had an auto shop. Like, you could learn how to change tires. You could do tune-ups on your friends' cars. You could do masonry, learn how to build walls and stuff. It was awesome.
So like vocational tech classes, or for us they called them satellite, because in our high school that you would those kids for the second half of the day would board a bus, go to another location for that. So it was a satellite school. They called it, you're in satellite. So you had college prep or you had satellite. I was so jealous of the satellite kids.
Oh, yeah, because I get to leave.
You learn the practical stuff.
Yeah, that you use as an adult.
Auto maintenance, framing, masonry.
Small gas engines is another one. I learned how to rebuild a small gas engine there.
A little electrical stuff. And so is that practical stuff? That's what I loved about at least the woodshop classes. It was the practical use of how to use all of that equipment. And
right.
I mean, I loved making the projects we did.
Do you remember the very first thing you made in woodshop class? I think everybody made the same thing.
I do.
Do you remember what it was?
I do. This was middle school woodshop.
Is it 2 words?
God,
man.
Yeah, napkin holder?
No, belt balancer. You remember that thing?
Didn't know that.
It looks like a musical clef. Yeah. It looks like a Nike check mark, and at the end of the check mark, it's got the long part kind of tails off a little bit. And the whole idea is it had a little notch, and you would put your belt there on it, like the sideways, and it would balance, and you could hang it on the edge of a table, and it would seemingly like a magic trick. It would sit there and balance. That's the first thing I made in woodshop.
Not only did I not make that, I've never heard of that thing.
Look it up. It's a belt balancer, like a wood belt balancer.
No, I think the first thing we made was a notepad holder where you would take like register tape, and so it would be like a little wood thing with sides. You put the register tape in with the dowel, and then register tape you pull down, and then it was like you could just
tear it.
Yeah. You'd write what your shopping list was. You pull it down, you tear it off, and then you're off to the store.
Oh yeah, that's pretty cool.
You build you talking about the belt balancer?
Yeah, exactly.
Let me see if you get the right one.
Looks just like a little treble clef.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we built those, and I only almost cut off my finger 3 times doing that. I was pretty impressed. Yeah, they had that little ass piece of wood and this big ass bandsaw, because all the schools get that stuff. The bandsaw blade must have been 1.5 inches thick. Or why? It was crazy. I mean,
and I'm sure it was brand new.
We could do logging work. This thing was crazy. I'm like, you should not let these ne'er-do-wells near this equipment. I cannot believe that we didn't have 4 or 5 hands lost a week at that wood shop, because the teacher was just like this bispectacle nerd guy who did not care at all about what we were doing. We had one girl, true story. One girl, she got the sander, a pad sander.
Yeah.
What's a pad sander do when you turn it on? It vibrates like crazy, right?
Yeah.
They busted her pushing the pad sander really hard down on a table and then putting herself against the table.
Nice.
I mean, it pays to be creative.
I walked up to the teacher and I said, "Now this is my kind of wood shop." Tell Mitzi to be here tomorrow, too.
Exactly.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Jack's Oscar recap is next here on the Jim Colbert Show.
Woohoo!
Real radio is.
Monsters in the morning.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, take time, sit down with a lady, watch Emily in Paris, have a charcuterie
Find
board.
something fruity to watch, Angel.
Okay. It's not. First of all,
The Monsters in the morning.
Real radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Accident, Aloma Avenue at Cimarron Boulevard. Left turn lane there is blocked. I-4 westbound at the Beach Line. Crews still trying to clean up an accident, blocking the right shoulder, and a crash on I-4 westbound approaching 429 has the shoulder there blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Florida Pest Control. Termite alert. Termite swarms are active in your area and can cause serious damage. Trust Florida Pest Control, Florida's termite expert since 1949. The only bugs they can't control are litter bugs. Book a free inspection at flapest.com.
This earful of Real Radio is sponsored by Pavers Depot.
The world's best bull riders. One shot, 8 seconds, no mercy. The rankest bulls in the sport are waiting. This is professional bull riding. Watch it live as we unleash the beast. This weekend from Indianapolis, only on Paramount Plus.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Tom Papa is bringing the laughs to Dr. Phillips Center. Don't miss the Grateful Bread Tour, live in Steinmetz Hall on March 20th at 7 p.m. With more than 20 years in stand-up, Tom Papa is one of the country's top comedic voices, known for his Netflix specials, best-selling books, and podcast Breaking Bread with Tom Papa. Now he's hitting the stage with fresh material and his signature relatable humor. Tom Papa, March 20th at Dr. Phillips Center. Get your tickets now at drphillipscenter.org.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Did you know that you can get a beautiful white vinyl fence for less than $5 a day? For just $125 a month, Fence Outlet will professionally install it and add instant curb appeal to your home. Visit FenceOutlet.com for details. License number C10252.
At TEK Law, we do divorce differently. Divorce is full of hidden traps, mistakes that can cost you your money, your time, and your future. With one wrong step, you're stuck. We know the path. We have guided countless clients through this forest, and we can help guide you too with a clear vision, a careful strategy, and proven results. Don't risk it all alone. Trust TK Law. One firm for life.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change-outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
My morning has 2 speeds. It starts fast. Then it relaxes when I arrive at McDonald's and order an Egg McMuffin extra value meal for just $5. Because that's all I need to start my day off right. A tasty, warm Egg McMuffin, crispy golden hash browns, and a small premium roast coffee. And with a breakfast this good for just $5, I feel relaxed for the rest of the day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Promotional pricing may be lower than meal pricing. The Riz Delulu aura of 6'7". Did I get your attention? I promise the joke is worth it this time. Because I'm not going to be sorry about telling you to get a 67-cent hamburger or cheeseburger only in the McDonald's app. Think you're tired of 6'7"? That's just fine, we are too. We're just taking advantage of it. The joke may be dead, but it does mean you're getting one of these burgers every Wednesday or Sunday when you order on the app. So let's keep it on trend, at least for now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Sundays and Wednesdays in March and April. Participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
I move mountains for a living. Literally. That means I don't carry hand lotion, and when it comes to serious heartburn, I don't mess around with anything but Rolaids. Rolaids' dual-active formula has calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide that relieves heartburn fast. Yeah, you heard right. 2 actives for that powerful relief. And the best part? The roll fits right here in my pocket, so I can get back to moving mountains.
Rolaid spells powerful relief. Read each label. Use as directed. Keep out of reach of children.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
What are you doing?
Hey, Jim Colbert Show, Mason checking in. Listened to the podcast last week about canasta. And on the submarines, we play cribbage. And to be honest with you, I'd never played until I got there, so I was pretty trash. Still am to this day. But people have custom cribbage boards and everything, so it's pretty interesting. Also, update gas, San Diego, regular $5.58 a gallon as of like 10 minutes ago. So
damn.
Hey, Colbert crew. So yeah, man, I was lucky enough to still be able to go to a wood shop, metal shop. I had auto tech in my high school. I grew up in Colorado, and throughout high school over the last 2 years, I took auto tech, and it was like those satellite classes, I guess, where we went to the college, and well, we got to do college classes. And also, I took metals all 4 years of high school. I mean, I love metal shop. And first thing I built in the wood shop, Jimmy, was a clock. I'm sure you guys built the clock. And then in metal shop, it was the toolbox, man.
Yeah, for wood shop, for us, it was a mailbox. Some people did a birdhouse or a bird feeder. And then metal shop, we didn't really build anything. We just did the skills of drilling a hole, tapping it, making a screw that fits in there, and then rebuilding small gas engines. I could do that.
Cool.
Yeah, that was kind of a cool thing. That's kind of easy because it's not that complicated of a machine, though. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. If you'd like to leave a talk back, it's easy. Grab the iHeartRadio app. Go to Real Radio and use that mic to send your comment over to Jack. We'll get you on the air. I'm Jim.
Superstar.
There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yo.
And, Jack is the big award show guy. I actually don't mind watching the Oscars. This year, I did not get to watch much of it at all. Saw some highlights this morning, but
What'd you watch? What'd you do last night?
What did you want to know the truth?
No, lie to me. Yes, I want to know the truth.
Well, Jack, I'll lie to you. I was just home reading my Bible.
There you go. Leviticus again.
This is what happens to a lot of couples, and my wife allowed me to watch every minute of the Tournament Players Championship from 1 o'clock in the afternoon until literally 7 o'clock at night. Did not say a word.
Wow.
At the end of the tournament, I handed her the remote and I said, "It's yours for the rest of the week."
There you go.
Because you are so kind.
Yeah.
So we were watching like Love is Blind and the new show Age of Distinction. Remember that I was telling you about that one? Where it's like a 60-year-old dating a 28-year-old?
Yeah.
So in other words, you paid for that TPC.
Oh, yeah, I paid
How
for it.
did you feel when it was Tony Manolfi, large, talking about the storm, and a smaller version? At least they were showing you the golf tournament.
I don't even want to talk about it, and I'll tell you why. I actually was losing my mind yesterday during this. They interrupted the final 2 holes of what turned out to be one of the best endings to the TPC in the last, I can't even tell you how many years.
Yeah.
And Tony Manolfi got on the screen, and they made the golf tournament this tiny little screen, and Manolfi and his buddy, the entire rest of the screen,
Marquise,
and talked ad nauseum about a storm that everybody already experienced.
Yeah, it was
through the entire time, by the way. I couldn't, but you can't say anything because it makes you seem like a dick because people are leaning on that information and the storm was coming.
It was legit from 5:45 when they put the tornado warning for Seminole County, where I live. It was legit for that first 15 minutes, and then it was supposed to go to 6:15. Just after 6, they got out of there. But at least they had it up on the screen.
Oh, man.
But it was hard to see the leaderboard because I wanted to bet on whoever was in second,
Yeah.
I never got there.
And the funny thing is like we're sitting there watching. I'm like, man, I guess programming-wise, I guess you feel like you have to do this because weather is a big part of local news. Weather's like almost
lives.
everything, but
It's people's lives.
Would
If
they
a
have done
tornado comes through.
Would they have done that to the Daytona 500?
Yes.
You think so?
100%.
All right.
They did it on CBS. They had basketball on. They made smaller. And then over on ABC, they were just full screen. They had nothing to put on. They're like, we got this.
Yeah, you're watching this, dude. All right, let's get some updates, buddy. What happened in the Oscars?
So on ABC, I watched it from the red carpet on. They started early, started at 7, and it was supposed to end at 10:30. Of course, they ran late. It ended at 10:41, which is my favorite time.
Not that bad.
Yeah. No.
I mean, we've seen these things run over for 45 minutes to an hour before.
Yeah, then they, with all the credits and stuff, they were out of there by 10:45. But then they kept promoting this Bachelorette, preview thing that they were doing. I was out of there before that happened. However, as you know, Conan O'Brien hosted. He joked that he would be, the last human host of this event.
Next year is going to be a Waymo and a tux.
He came out. They do the pre-recorded open the segment that's usually good. I always look forward to the monologues. He did his, and then it of course goes into his song. I'm done with the songs. The Oscar songs with the comedy songs. Let's move on.
Okay, so what you're saying is because usually what they do is for the song of the year, they will every once in a while, like every 20 minutes or so, they'll have somebody come out and do the tune.
So they did that, but they actually, I only remember them doing 2 of them, which was the one from Sinners and the one from K-Pop Demon Hunters.
Okay,
the 2 ones that really hit big. I don't remember the other songs being featured, in the live broadcast.
Okay,
but in the monologue itself. Conan opened. He talked about he was in a movie this year. I'm not sure if you saw it. If I had legs, I'd kick you.
Oh, no, I haven't seen it, but I've seen the ad for
it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Rose Byrne is in that one, and that's why she was nominated. So he had this to say about that.
I was in a movie this year. Yeah, I was in a movie with the lovely Rose Byrne. My co-star Rose Byrne is nominated for Best Actress in If I Had Legs, I'd Kick You. Yeah. It's hard to act in a scene with someone you've always had a massive crush on, but Rose, you did a fantastic job.
So what I really like about these shows is the topical, the fresh comedy, and there was something new as of last week, and he kind of saw the opportunity because little Timothy was sitting right in the front row.
Security is extremely tight tonight. I just got to mention that, yeah. I'm told there's concerns about attacks from both the opera and ballet communities.
They can all kick that guy's ass.
Yeah. They're just mad you left out jazz.
That's a good joke.
Timothy Chalamet, he did not win anything. He was nominated. I want to see the movie Marty Supreme.
Right. My daughter says it's great.
Out of the 10 movies nominated for Best Picture, it's one of the 3 I have not seen because they're still charging for it, and I'm too cheap to pay. So, but I haven't seen it. But he did not win.
And I heard he ended up being the butt of a lot of jokes last night.
Well, I didn't hear, outside of that, I didn't see any directed exactly at him, but I don't think I missed that.
It's just jazz musicians.
Yeah, the Conan also, they do these segments and stuff. I thought Conan did a good job.
I heard there was a lot of Conan.
There was a lot of Conan in the beginning, and they did a couple of features throughout. The one that I thought was funny was he kind of pointed out this new Netflix approach to movie making, or just movies in general, based on people's attention span, where you have to repeat information repeatedly throughout the performance to give people context who are not paying attention, whether it's they're on their phone and it's a second screen where they're watching the movie. So they kind of did a bit. He did it with Sterling K. Brown, about if they made Casablanca today, what would be different about it?
Of all the gin joints, all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
She being Ilsa, right?
Yeah, that's her name.
Yeah, that's gotta be tough, because she ghosted you at that train station in Paris.
It definitely contributed to my overall cynicism, what with this being World War II and all.
World War II. That's the Hitler one, right?
Yeah, the Hitler one.
Sure is, Sam.
So they finally got on to giving out the awards. Michael B. Jordan was a winner for Sinners, won a handful of awards. They didn't win the big ones, but Michael B. Jordan, he did really well in all the preliminary award show leading up to it. But he wanted to thank the people who came before him. Just really, it was one of those moments where I think got the biggest pop from the audience. You could tell the most enthusiasm for someone winning.
And he seems like a good guy.
He does, yeah. So here is a little bit of his speech.
I stand here because of the people that came before me. Sidney Poitier, Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Jamie Foxx, Forrest Whitaker, Will Smith, and to be amongst those giants, amongst those greats, amongst my ancestors, amongst my guys. Thank you, everybody in this room and everybody at home, for supporting me over my career. I feel it. I know you guys want me to do well, and I want to do that because you guys bet on me. So thank you for keep betting on me.
Yeah, when he said that, I just thought to myself, "Oh yeah, Will Smith did win an Oscar."
Yeah, he did.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you
wow.
can bet on him, Kalshi.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
But then, now, no surprise. So right before the start, they did a thing where you could actually join a contest. If you win it, you can make your Oscar picks. If you win it, they'll give you tickets to next year's Oscars.
Oh, that's cool.
So I entered. It was free to enter. Out of 24, I went 16-8.
Not bad, dude.
I was actually, for a while, I was doing really well. I'm like, oh, man, I got this.
All right.
Although the tiebreaker was you had to predict how many seconds the first acceptance speech of the night would be. It was for Best Supporting Actress. That was won by Amy Madigan. I guess 73 seconds. She clocked in at about 156.
Oh.
Yeah. So even on the tiebreaker, I lost it. I thought it's like, I think I'm doing good. I think I came in like 22,000th place.
22,000? That's not bad, Jack. That's not bad. Out of 30 million, that's not bad. Respectable.
So, one of the easiest picks, at least on my card, was for Best Actress, was Hamnet, Jessie Buckley. Did you see Hamnet?
I did not.
It was great.
Yeah.
It is available. I believe it's on
like
Peacock.
Amazon? Oh,
I think
Peacock.
Peacock has it, right? So I did watch it. And it's all about, Shakespeare and his wife, and Jessie Buckley plays his wife Agnes, or Anne Shakespeare, leading up to him writing Hamlet from, when they first met until he goes off. And it's more about her and her role in that, and it culminates with Hamlet being produced.
Is it based on a true story?
So,
is it loosely based on a true story? Yeah, I like how they do that now too. Loosely based.
So what's
the
interesting?
guy's name started with the same letter.
They took the facts of Shakespeare wrote Hamlet. He had a wife. He had 3 kids. One of them died. His name was Hamnet. They took those facts and then they sewed that into the death of his son being the inspiration for writing Hamlet.
Got it.
So it's not directly, relating to his life, but the sense of loss, the grief, and losing someone is all portrayed, and they make that connection. And I just thought it was fantastic.
Yeah, right on. I haven't seen it, no.
Wonderful movie, but she crushed it. And so I think she won all the awards leading up to it. Her name is Jessie Buckley, but it's just another example of foreigners taking our jobs.
My family, my Irish family, they're all here. Ireland bought them flights. Where are you? Can you just... Mom, Dad, thank you for teaching us to dream and to never be defined by expectation, but to carve from your own passion.
There you go. Now, Jim.
Yes.
The best picture. So it was considered, they called it a 2-horse race between Sinners and One Battle After Another.
Yeah.
You saw One Battle After Another.
I did.
Not a big fan.
I saw Sinners, loved Sinners.
Right.
Did not get One Battle After Another. It just didn't hit me.
Did you think Sinners deserved to be Best Picture? Did it have that feel to you?
Well, the thing is I don't have anything to compare it against, but I did not. Like when I walked out of the theater, I didn't think that's a shoe-in.
Yeah.
It didn't have the vibe of a Best picture like some of them usually do.
So it could have gone either way. I think anything outside of those two would have been a shock for people because it's like they were kind of trading awards. By the way, Frankenstein, which I absolutely loved, which went straight to Netflix. It was made for Netflix, by Netflix. But that won 3 awards, I believe, costume design, set and design.
Somebody just texted and said they think it should have won a lot more awards. Because it was a really good movie.
It was a really good movie. I enjoyed it, but Paul Thomas Anderson. What's cool about he won for best screenplay for One Battle After Another, and directing and best picture. So it was a long time. He's been making movies for a while, cool movies for a while, and so this was finally him getting his due. But he talked about how it's hard really to have. There's no such thing as a best picture because he'll tell you here.
I just want to say that in 1975, the Oscar nominees for Best Picture were Dog Day Afternoon, One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jaws, Nashville, and Barry Lyndon. There is no best among them. There is just what that mood might be that day. But we're happy to be part of this.
Yeah, when you think back to those movies, they're all great movies.
Oh,
it's just like, what do you feel like watching? It's not that it's hard to say one who is actually better than the other.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I think he was just trying to, pay respect to the other nominees with that.
Yeah, that was a pretty boisterous group, too, when they hit the stage to accept that award kind of collectively.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were having a lot of fun.
Missing from the cast was Sean Penn,
Yeah.
who won.
Yeah.
His third Oscar. Yeah, he won for Best Supporting Actor, was not there. And Kieran Culkin said it's like he couldn't be here or didn't want to.
Yeah,
we'll just accept this award.
Who knows what that guy's thinking from hour to hour? Who knows what he's thinking? Who knows what he's mad about or what he's protesting from hour to hour?
Well, you know what he's doing. He's probably smoking somewhere.
Yeah,
He's
right,
always smoking. Interviews, the guy is always smoking. You mentioned history, some history being made. Autumn Durald Arkapaw became the first woman of color ever to win the Oscar for Best Cinematography for her work on Sinners. What was cool, she asked everyone to stand in the audience, all the women to stand, and you never know if they're going to do it or not when you're trying to get a group to do something.
Yeah, right.
They all stood up, but it was a really cool moment there. They said inside the room it was electric. I think I always look forward to the in memoriam section, and this was one of the best ones. It started with Billy Crystal coming out.
I was going to say, Billy Crystal's dead?
Yeah, talking about Rob Reiner.
Right, there you go. Yeah.
They just struck the right tone, and it's interesting how, I think we're getting to an age where more and more people related to the movie-making business are dying just because of the amount of people over the years. As we get on, it's only going to keep... That list is only going to keep getting longer, right?
And those are the people you looked up to as a kid, and they seem immortal almost.
Yes. So they did this tribute. He does a tribute to Rob Reiner. They bring the curtain up, and then it's like all the leading cast of most of his movies. You had the guys from Spinal Tap there. Mandy Patinkin is there, from Harry Met Sally. So it was like they were all there. It's just a really cool moment. Then they go through the in memoriam. Then they come back out live, and then they talk about, Catherine O'Hara. Who passed away, and then into Diane Keaton live, and then back, and then show more, and come out with then they end with the big ones like Robert Duvall, and then and then Robert Redford, and then Barbara Streisand comes out because they were in The Way We Were Together. She sang iconic. She's a little past her prime, so it was it was a little rough, but it was also very sweet.
Well, she's got to be 80 now, right?
Yeah,
something like that. Wow,
I thought for an in memoriam section, I thought they nailed it.
And it is weird because I that's what I heard everywhere today, that it was very good. But almost inevitably every year with the Oscars, there's the one controversy is when somebody gets left out, and it happened again this year because James Van Der Beek wasn't mentioned.
Right. But he's a TV guy. Was he in movies?
Yeah, I don't know. And I don't know I don't know the realm of that.
So for Oscars, if you're basically it's for people related to the movie business. I mean, if it was the Emmys or the
Right.
Golden Globes, you could see that being more where he was left out. And typically what they do is they have a more complete list that they can add to, and they put that online. All right, so that's basically what the telecast was about. The after party, though, so you've heard about the after parties. Vanity Fair is supposed to be the best after
Right,
party.
that's the one.
They want to make it more exclusive.
Oh, wow.
They trimmed down the list.
Really?
So just even the nominees couldn't
Oof.
get in.
Really?
Yeah. Not all nominees. Just because you went doesn't mean you had to be invited to be able to go. And so it's like Emma Stone. I mean, she was the winner for Best Actress last year. She was with the people from Begonia. So they go to each movie studio will do their own party, and they kind of bounce around. But she said, if just because you're nominated doesn't mean you can go to the Vanity Fair party. And Conan, overall, thought he did a great job. I enjoyed it. I like these things. I think it's better when you've seen some of the movies. You're rooting for one or another. I did watch a couple of the shorts that are available on Netflix. If you have a chance, you can watch Singers, which was great. They split the Oscar for short documentary,
Live
short
action?
feature, live action. With another one, there were two of them, and they got one of the Academy Awards. And
wasn't it Swapping Saliva?
That's the other one.
Yeah.
So it's split between
Beautiful
the two.
people swapping saliva or something.
But anyway, that's on Netflix. You can watch it. And the one, it's a tough one to watch, but All the Empty Rooms. Steve Hartman from CBS Sunday Morning.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
Do you know what it's about?
Yeah, it's about all the empty schoolrooms from the shootings.
Their bedrooms.
Oh.
It focuses on 4 kids lost to gun violence and school shootings, and the parents who've left their bedrooms untouched. And they photographed them, and he made a documentary about that. Because typically, and he talks about on CBS, whether it's CBS Sunday Morning or just after a week of school shooting, they always bring him in to find the inspirational story, the person who ran towards danger, the thing to kind of give us hope and feel good about. And he's like, I can't do this anymore with these school shootings.
Yeah.
There's too much loss.
Exactly.
And so his documentary focused on those families, because he goes, in the beginning, we talked all about the shooter and not enough about the victims. And so he wanted to do a documentary that focused on the victims based on their rooms and how they were left and learning what you could. And he brought his photographer in, and they made these books for the families as well. And it was just...
I read about it today. It was crazy. Yeah.
It was really special. I watched it, and it's like right away, it's like a punch in the heart.
Yeah.
It's like, oh,
I read
this is so tough.
I read the little byline of what it was about. I'm like, next, can't do that.
But and that's the thing, it's as tough as it is to watch, it's not nearly as tough as it is for those families to go through with the worst day a parent can ever have.
Yeah.
And God bless them for being able to kind of help drive the conversation forward, because as the hope is, the more people that see it, the less likely you would be to allow this to continue or to do everything you can within your power to make sure it never happens again. And those were the Oscars.
Yeah, good job, buddy.
Yay!
Appreciate that. Little update there. That's nice. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Sure, AI is smart, but can it spill coffee on a control board? Didn't think so. Real Radio 104.1. Guaranteed human.
From the Odoo.com Weather Center, Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Monday evening forecast. We're still keeping an eye on some thunderstorms associated with that cold front that's rolling in, but be prepared. Temperatures tonight are going to drop like a rock. We're going to see those temperatures bottoming out throughout the upper 40s with highs only in the 60s. Taking a look at Tuesday, good news is that sunshine will be back not only just for Tuesday, but for the rest of the week with minimal rain chances. So hopefully you can get outside and enjoy spring break.
This report is sponsored by Blindster.com.
Hi, I'm Kyle at Blindster.com. I started Blindster in my garage over 15 years ago to make custom blinds easy and affordable for everyone. You measure, you install, and you save big on custom blinds. Plus, we guarantee they'll fit. Blindster.com.
Hey, Russ Rollins here. I'm here to talk to you about something that a lot of guys don't like talking about, and that's low testosterone levels. You know, the truth is men today have 20% less testosterone than their dads did, so it's a thing to deal with. And when you have low testosterone, you feel sluggish, you lose focus all the time, you have trouble in the bedroom. Nobody needs any of that. Get hold of my friends over at Red Mountain Weight Loss, redmountainweightloss.com. They'll help you get rid of that sluggish feeling. And if you call them now for a limited time, you're going to be able to get your testosterone levels set right, and they'll help you with GLP-1 weight loss medication. That's a $299 value when you give them a call now. That's redmountainweightloss.com. That's redmountainweightloss.com. Or pick up your cell phone, dial pound 250, say the keyword Red Mountain, and you'll be connected in seconds. That's redmountainweightloss.com. You'll feel a lot better when you get your testosterone right. redmountainweightloss.com.
One man, one microphone, 8 hard-ass questions, and enough fun to light up your whole week. It's Fritz on the Street. Catch it live Thursdays at 1 p.m. on the News Junkie. Sponsored by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and the deals are tipping off. As interest rates drop, we're driving them down even further with financing as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And our team is ready to go full court press to help you get approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit. Offers expire 4/5/26. Insurance companies don't want you to hire an attorney so they can pay you pennies on the dollar for your injuries. But I don't cost you a dime unless I get you money. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. Don't get pushed around by the insurance companies. Just call Mo.
Guys, here's the truth. Buying a diamond has never been easy, and now with lab-grown diamonds in the mix, it's even trickier. Are you paying too much? Are you really getting the most for your money? Here's the good news. At International Diamond Center, we cut through the confusion. We give you the straight facts, remove the mystery, and teach you how to make a smart choice, whether you're leaning toward a lab-grown diamond or a timeless natural one. For over 40 years, our mission has stayed the same. Protect the consumer. Reveal the real story behind pricing. Expose the tricks so you don't overpay. We've done it with natural diamonds forever. Now we're doing the exact same thing with lab grown. At IDC, you'll find an unmatched selection of both, natural and lab grown, right here in our showroom. We'll let you compare them side by side, as many as you want, until you're completely confident. And no matter which you choose, you get our direct, no-nonsense pricing every day. No inflated markups, no games to maximize profit. Just exceptional value and honest dealing. Don't guess, don't wonder. Come to the experts you can trust. International Diamond Center, Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall of Millennia.
Pack your year with awe and awesome at SeaWorld Orlando. Get up close to over 20,000 animals. Chill with new emperor penguins at an Antarctic encounter. Take a thrilling Arctic adventure on the all-new Expedition Odyssey, now open. And savor over 200 international flavors during the Seven Seas Food Festival, with new rotating menus and over 30 concerts on select dates through May 17th. Go from real to unreal at SeaWorld. Save up to 30% on passes. Hurry, offer ends soon. Taxes, service fees, blackout dates, and other restrictions may apply.
I'm Ultima Morgan. Morgan & Morgan isn't just an injury firm. It's our family's life work. It's my husband, it's my sons, it's me. When we take a case, we see a family just like ours. $30 billion recovered is something I'm proud of. But what I'm really proud of are the families we stood beside. It's an honor to fight for you when you need our support the most. Morgan & Morgan, for the people and your family.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Offices Orlando.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Pizza's here.
Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
This earful of Real Radio is brought to you by Tools Ace Hardware.
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Holy mother of rain.
Oh, you must be watching the same interview.
It is horrible in Mount Dora. Just came home from doing some errands, and man, it's a mess.
Hey, how's it, Ohana?
Hey,
Oh,
Ohana.
we got no Brandon Kravis today? Jimmy, brah, let's talk about TPC Sawgrass.
No joke.
You know, Augusta's Augusta, but man, Ponte Vedra is near and dear. You know, for people watching that see a brown putting surface, that Tiff-Eagle Bermuda is characteristically that color,
Fast.
even though they do let it dry out. Super stoked for Cam Young. 94 starts, first win, and Deb. Still got gummy nerd clusters, BOGO at Publix. Aloha.
Aloha, brother Matt.
James Vanderbeek was in Clerks 2 and Clerks 3 by Kevin Smith. Those are the only movies I know for sure.
Oh, well, there's at least one more we know about.
Bunch of texts about
Yeah.
Varsity Blues.
Yeah, Varsity Blues.
Now, I remember that, and he was the face of that. I never saw the movie, but that is our question of the day. It's in our YouTube chat. Have you ever seen the movie Varsity
Yeah.
Blues, starring James Vanderbeek?
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Good afternoon.
Yeah. President Trump currently giving an update on the war with Iran, and I will tell you, it is an interesting conversation.
Oh, yeah?
I won't even look up.
What's the setting? Is it like in front of a crowd? Is it in the office?
He's in the Oval Office. Yeah. It's in the Oval Office. It's just, yeah. Yeah, man. It's, I've never seen anything like this. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, 407-916-1041. Again, you can always text us at 77031. I guess Jake Paul appeared with President Trump this past weekend.
Yeah, I think it was Friday or so in Tennessee.
Yeah, and he was he gave him an endorsement to be a U.S. senator.
Well,
he said he would endorse him.
Yeah, and he said, I predict, politics being in your future.
Yeah.
Yeah. The interesting thing is what people are saying about that had nothing to do with what he was saying or doing or any of that stuff. And I've only known one person in my life that kind of dealt with this kind of thing. And that dude had sweated through not only his T-shirt, he had sweated through his dress shirt and sweated through his jacket.
His suit jacket.
And I mean, when I say sweated through it, it wasn't like, oh, yeah, I mean, you must be a little nervous or something. My man looked like he ran there from Florida. There were massive sweat spots under his arms, and is that a roid thing?
I don't know, but I do know. I believe he sells a deodorant, which I don't think.
Yeah. What does he do you put it on the outside?
Yeah, if it's an antiperspirant, I don't think that it's a good endorsement for that.
Yeah. I know one guy in my life that had that whole thing that he could sweat like that in an air conditioned room.
Really?
Yeah. Just sweat through his shirt and do it within an hour of showing up to work. I've not experienced anybody who's had to deal with that before like that.
Hyperhidrosis,
Yeah,
I think
it is that. But I do, because you remember the story. You saw the picture of Jake Paul? Yeah, it's crazy, right?
How much crank does one have to do in order to sweat through two shirts and a suit jacket?
Well, you guys remember I told you the story about accidentally taking my wife steroids? I've told you that story before, right?
Yeah, I forgot it until you reminded it.
Well, I forgot something.
Well, there was a time I couldn't sleep, and I was taking these little, little half 5 milligrams of Xanax that my wife had. She had it for traveling, because when you should travel, it would be easier for her to take a Xanax, not off on the plane because she's flying back and forth to the West Coast, blah, 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 blah. So I think I'm taking these half a Xanax to help me sleep at night.
And then your breast grew in.
And then I found out I'm actually taking steroids, and I got this anger thing going, and I couldn't stop sweating. And I remember telling my wife, I was like, I feel like I'm going to kill somebody, and I can't stop sweating. And that's exactly what it looked like.
Wow.
My man is letting it rip. Like through the shirt, through the T-shirt, through the dress shirt, through his coat. And it looked like somebody threw water on him. That's how much sweat. That's a thing, right? It is. Is it called?
I know
hyperhidrosis. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, because that's actually one of the things that Botox they use to treat. So if you have super sweaty palms or the bottoms of your feet or your underarms and not even clinical deodorant will work, they'll give you a couple of shots of Botox in your armpit to kind of calm those sweat glands down.
My uncle had it in his feet.
Yes.
Because his feet were one of the worst smelling things of all time. He worked in a furniture factory and he kept these boots on all day long and his feet would sweat. And my grandmother would make him take him off outside and that didn't help. I mean, his feet were dying inside. They were literally rotting off of his body from the athlete's foot or whatever the hell it was, and it was because of that. He had that hyper sweaty thing in his feet and his hands.
You gotta wear socks.
We wore socks, but it didn't matter, dude. He was sweating through it by 9 o'clock in the morning.
Jake Paul mocked over massive sweat stains at Kentucky event.
Oh, look at how much it is, though. I mean, the stain is not even directly under his armpit anymore. It's going down even with his elbow. But the thing is, it doesn't. Well, I mean, it does if you stick it for a while. But it doesn't necessarily stink. The person I know that dealt with this never smelled. They never had a body odor or anything like that. They just had hyperactive sweat glands.
Yeah, so hyperhidrosis is that abnormally excessive sweating beyond what is needed for body temperature regulation, commonly affecting palms, soles, and underarms.
I had a friend who had sweaty palms like that and would always carry a napkin.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because when your palms start to sweat too much, you get nervous about shaking hands with people.
Right, yeah.
When you have hyperhidrosis and your hands feel, wet and slippery, and the other person is like, dude, what are you doing?
Yeah, and this guy's been in front of really big crowds, and he's been part of gigantic draws for Netflix, but he would be in his realm, like in the boxing ring or doing his whole douchey Jake Paul thing, but, in front of a giant audience, it's a political audience with the President of the United States, maybe it was just nerves that got him.
Do you think it was nerve-driven over just it could be lights or the temperature of the room?
It could be hot and humid there as they're getting ready for the storm that's, slapping the East Coast of the U.S.
It was Kentucky, right? I know I said Tennessee.
Yeah, but I mean, nobody else. I mean, again, he's wearing a tan suit, so it'd be hard to tell if anybody else in a dark suit, but I mean, I didn't see anybody else on that stage, sweating through their suit and everything else.
It's a shame he chose that color suit. A navy suit, it probably wouldn't have shown up as much.
I mean, it's a good-looking suit. You got a nice baby blue tie.
Sorry, well, we learned through the Obama administration a tan suit does not work for politics.
It does not work for politics.
I disagree 100%.
Although I do like that knot on his tie. That's a very nicely knotted tie.
He's got a vest on, too.
Well, no wonder he's over sweating.
Yeah, he's probably sweating his ass off, poor fella.
Oh, the ass.
Oh, I hope he makes it.
Imagine.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us. Oh, yeah. You know that thing is juicy.
That's swampy.
Oh. He's probably got on a man diaper.
Yeah.
A miper.
Which one?
yeah, they probably dueling diapers in that scene.
That's a job for his Holland speed skater.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I saw a really interesting story about restaurants and why they're having a hard time, and I'll tell you what the answer is next.
From director Steven Spielberg.
This is Disclosure Day.
Watch the official trailer now.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
I-4 eastbound before 429. There's a crash blocking the right shoulder. Accident blocking the left lane. 192 westbound after Simpson Road. And still some ramp restrictions. Beachline eastbound off-ramp to John Young Parkway. The off-ramp right lane is blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Want a great way to boost your brand? Custom labels at Staples will help packages pop, shipments stand out, and takeout boxes really take off. Shop now through April 18th and save 30% on all custom labels. Staples, that was easy.
Man, there is no question that when you have plumbing problems, your entire house stops running. That means no showers, no flushing toilets, no sinks. It's the worst. That's why it's always smart to have a reputable plumbing company on call. And for me, it's easy, guys. That's Modern Plumbing Industries. From houses to high rises, these guys can do it all. They're employee owned and in business since 1975, and they handle all plumbing issues, gas issues, water heaters, and so much more. And when you book your appointment, please mention the Jim Colbert Show for a $50 discount. Call for service. It's 24 hours, by the way, 407-327-6000, or visit them online at modernpi.com.
For more information about contests on this station, go to realradio.fm/rules.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Temron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Congratulations to Adrian and Mary, last year's winners of $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, installation is included, and most windows are installed in less than 8 weeks with a lifetime guarantee that transfers when you sell. And now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. That's TRUST to 20129.
This is Headquarter Hyundai in Sanford, Lake Mary. Sir, do you read me?
I'm here, Private. What do you need?
It's this new offer, sir. Every vehicle, $99 down. Customers everywhere.
You can do this. Now get back out there and sell everything we've got. Just $99.
Sir, yes, sir. Every new Hyundai, every vehicle, just $99 down at Headquarter Hyundai. Sir, what about credit? If you've got a job and $99, you ride. Even if your credit's so bad, your Nana won't loan you money. Oh! Pay thousands less. New Tucsons, Elantras, and more. Plus 0% financing for 60 months with no payments for 90 days. And America's best 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain warranty with Hyundai Assurance. And if you've served, you save even more. Everything we've got, just $99. Headquarter Hyundai. On Reinhardt Road in Sanford, Lake Mary. HeadquarterHyundai.com. HeadquarterHyundai.com. For details, visit HeadquarterHyundai.com.
Thinking about selling your home, but you have no idea what it's really worth in today's market? And even worse, you're worried that guessing what it's worth could cost you thousands of dollars? The Nickley Group with Keller Williams Realty makes it easy to find out the value of your home, and it's free. Simply go to thenickleyGroup.com, click on the home value button, enter your address, and you'll get your answer. Fast, free, and no pressure. Just go to thenickleyGroup.com or Google the Nickley Group.
If you want to buy or sell quickly, call Nickley.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry to the Bahamas and USA.
Don't let tax refund worries hold you back. File now with TurboTax on Intuit Credit Karma. They'll find every credit and deduction to help you get every refund dollar you deserve, or your money back. Start filing today in the Credit Karma app.
Do you have AC needs? Turn to the experts at Carrier. Go to millsair.com.
Broadcasting live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Need help after an accident? Just call Mo. Learn more at JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando. An iHeart radio station guaranteed human. You can watch radio being made on a daily basis at Jim Colbert Show on YouTube.
to the Jim Colbert Show, Real Radio 104.1. I am Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
Guys, listen, if you're out there on the roads, be very careful. I just walked outside or just walked out to the window to see, and Deb came up and she goes, man, it is a complete madhouse out there. And I walked out of the studio to look outside. It is banana. It looks like hurricane weather out there, man. It's bad.
It is bad. The wind is really, really whipping strong. And, of course, with that rain, it's going to be a dicey ride home.
Goodness. You guys be very, very careful out there. If you don't have to drive, don't go anywhere right now.
Maybe stay at the office just a couple more minutes.
Hang loose a few more minutes. I mean, the storm is big, and it's going to come through in a little bit. But, man, it's bad, bad, bad out there. Like summer storm bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the kind of day you want to go canoeing.
No.
Deputies in Orange County are searching for a missing teen after his canoe capsizes on an Orange County lake.
Wow, really?
What was he doing in a canoe on an Orange County lake when we knew we were having this kind of weather come through?
Well, this happened earlier today, about 1 o'clock or so, is when the deputies first got involved with this.
What lake?
On Lake Jessamine in South Orange County this afternoon.
Yeah, I'm not familiar with that one. Wow.
Yeah, it's east of Orange Blossom Trail near Edgewood.
Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah. Good Lord.
4 teens were out canoeing.
Yeah, if you're out there, man, the weather's really bad, be careful. Please drive safely, and stay tuned to us because we'll give you weather updates as we hear them. I know there's supposed to be some tornado warnings coming through, some possible hail in certain parts of the area here. So, again, just stay tuned. If we get any weather alerts, we'll pass them on immediately as we get them. Deb is tied into the wire, so we get the immediate updates as they come through. So just stay tuned right here to Real Radio, and we'll keep you informed on what's happening with the big storm. It should be out of here in about an hour or so, from what I understand.
Yeah, get out of here.
Yeah. All right, so we talk about the food business a lot. We talk about the restaurant business a lot. We actually do an entire segment every single week with our buddy Fayez Cara. We talk about what's good to eat and drink in Orlando. The restaurant business has been, I think, a little odd since COVID. Would you guys say that's kind of when the restaurant business started kind of being a little different than after COVID?
Oh, big time.
Yeah, things changed dramatically.
Big time.
Yeah, where's our crispers?
Right, exactly. Well, there's a bunch of them, right? Yeah, the whole idea of eating out for a while was just a big no-no.
Yeah.
Because nobody wanted to roll the life dice with COVID. That's what we were told.
But then when people started coming out, they lost their mind, and it was... The stories you would hear about customer behavior was just like next level awful.
There was this weird entitlement thing for a while. You're right, Jack, because when people weren't going to restaurants, when they came back, they're like, hey, I'm back. Right. You better treat me like a GD king.
Finally, I've been waiting all summer to come here and give you a hard time.
Well, one of the problems is restaurants are having a difficult time staying open. And it's not what you think it is. There is a change. Now, if I was to say, hey, restaurants are having a difficult time staying open, what would you immediately, say it was for? What would cause that? Cost, right? The number one thing, the cost of products is going up. Beef is so expensive. Seafood's expensive. People don't want to pay the average. I mean, if you go to an okay restaurant, not even like a really, really nice restaurant, an okay restaurant, the average entree is still anywhere from $18 to like $25, $26.
Easily.
I mean, and if you go to a nice place, that starts at $35 and goes up. And if you're eating beef, gird 'em, because I'm telling you, a normal steak at an okay place now starts at like $60.
Oh.
Right? That has nothing to do with it. Food costs has nothing to do with it. Employees have nothing to do with it. Rent has nothing to do with it.
Does it have something to do... Well, we talked about this several weeks ago. Does it have anything to do with like younger people eating earlier, and so it's harder to keep the restaurant open longer because there aren't that many people coming in late?
Can I tell you, that's exactly what I thought it was when I started. This is a New York Times story, by the way. When I saw the story, I was like, oh, I know what that is. This goes back to that trend where people are eating earlier and they're not staying out for the late dinners. They're not doing that. No, it's not. It is a cultural change, though.
Streaming. I'll bet you just what Jim and Tori do with the HelloFresh.
Oh, and stay home?
Staying home, yeah.
Well,
people just not going out.
Yeah,
because, I mean...
That's happening for sure.
But that's usually money related, though.
Yeah, but I mean, there's no food waste with that, right?
Yeah,
so there's not like, you're not going to the grocery store and then having to throw away that avocado.
That's another good guess, but I will tell you, this one for sure is happening because I'm telling you, it's happening with my wife and I. Now... Not as much lately because when we've gone out, we've definitely done this for sure. But there was a time there where we were going out and we were not doing this.
Oh. Splitting portions.
Drinking alcohol.
Oh.
The number one thing right now, as this restaurateur group in a New York Times talks about it, is people are coming in, they're having meals, and they are not drinking alcohol. The culture of drinking is changing dramatically in this country. And that when you open a restaurant, this guy says there's a ratio that almost all restaurant owners know. 70% of your income is alcohol, 30 or 40% of it is food. That's the ratio they've been dealing with for many, many years. Now it's 50-50, and at 50-50, you can't survive.
Yeah.
Because the 50% alcohol gives you a much greater margin, or the alcohol margin is way greater than the food margin. So it costs me $13 to make a dish. I'm selling for, 18 or for 22, or I'm making one drink with 2 ounces of liquor that costs me a grand total of 70 cents. And I'm selling that drink for $13.
Yeah.
Well, they say Zoomers, just as a generation, they're not going to the clubs like we did.
Right.
They're have a drink or two and they'll turn in before 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, and they're coming in and they're drinking water. They're splitting. This is a financial thing. You're splitting plates. And I will tell you, man, my wife and I have started doing this more and more and more. We go into a restaurant, we'll order an app that we want each, right? That's our separate thing. Like maybe I want the carpaccio and maybe Tori wants some bread. And then we will come to a conclusion on an entree that we both know that we can deal with. Because we don't want to eat that much, and we don't need 2 entrees.
And you don't want the leftovers.
And then we share a dessert because I'm not much of a sweets guy. She picks a dessert. I have a couple spoonfuls, and off we go. But I will tell you, if we did not have cocktails, our cost of dinner would be cut in half.
Sure.
Because we usually go in, the first thing we do is order a drink. We have that. While we're having our meal, usually get a second drink, and then we're done. Those 4 drinks are as much as the meal.
Exactly.
$15 a piece. It's $60 for the 4 drinks, and usually $60 for the meal.
I do enjoy how you word your selecting of an entree is my wife and I pick something we can deal with.
We can deal with. I thought the same thing.
Well, and the funny thing is it really is becoming more prevalent, because I will tell you, I used to hate asking, hey, can you split an entree? For me, that would be the most really embarrassing to ask. Man, I don't worry about that anymore at all. And as a matter of fact, the nicer restaurants that we go to, when we ask about splitting an entree, she goes, do you want me to bring 2 plates?
Right.
They'll be like, hey, do you want me to just basically coddle to that idea that you're going to wind up splitting this check? And I know I'm not going to make as much money because I'm going to cut my check price by $35 minimum because you're only ordering 1 entree.
Well, somebody just texted us at 77031. Rack of ribs, turkey sandwich, 3 sides from a barbecue restaurant yesterday for lunch. How much money do you think it cost?
I don't know. I had barbecue.
Do that again. Rack of ribs.
Rack of ribs.
That's not cheap.
Right. No, rack of ribs.
Yeah, 30.
Turkey sandwich.
40.
3 sides from a barbecue restaurant yesterday for lunch.
$50.
That's got to be more. $65.
$95.
Oh!
$95.
Oh, those ribs were still on those.
Well, I mean, a rack with the raw is like 30. When you cook them, it gets in.
Yeah. I like ribs, though.
Yeah. I like cocktails. That's my problem.
Yeah,
same
because
here.
I go there.
But $95 for lunch? Lunch is supposed to be like, it's your cheaper option.
Yeah, $10 and you're out.
And
right.
Do you guys spin with your eyes as well?
Oh, yeah.
I'll tell you, here's what I'm talking about. Like, if they come to the table, what do you guys want? I'm like, well, we'll order our drinks. I'll take a old fashioned. My wife will get whatever she gets. And then they'll come back and like, okay, here's what we want appetizers wise. I'll get that. I'll do the carpaccio thing. I'll do the carpaccio. My wife will get some bread, right? And they'll bring it out and they'll set the drink down next to the carpaccio. And I look at the drink and I look at the carpaccio and I'm like, that's the same price. And one of those looks way better than the other. Like the other one's got beef and all
carpaccio is good.
and all kinds of great stuff. And the other one's just a cocktail. Like I can make that at home every day of the week. I can't make the carpaccio at home, but I can make that at home.
Somebody also just texted 77031. Our restaurant charges $24 for chicken tenders and fries.
Is that the kids' menu?
You'd think, right?
Jeez.
How many chicken tenders? Like a 50?
You'd have to be for that price.
I mean, and anything that is protein eccentric, like barbecue, is going to be expensive. I actually just dropped by a barbecue place the other day and ordered just dinner for myself. It was Saturday night. My wife was out with her friend. I just said, well, I don't want to cook. I'm going to go get some barbecue. I got brisket. You get a 3-meat meal, and it's three meats. I get pulled pork. I get brisket and ribs. And 2 sides, fries and coleslaw, and a drink. And that was $31. And I took it home and ate it. I paid $31. I didn't even sit there.
Friday night, I paid personal pizza, like a 12-inch pizza for one person. You can split it if you want. $20.
For a personal pizza? What was on it? Gold?
No, sausage with a little sesame crust on it.
Wow. That's that one that Fayez was talking about.
Different one than what Fayez. It was
okay.
Ross and I went to this place.
Did you wind up one of the thing Fayez talked about? Did you ever go there?
No. Oh, I did
you
not.
Didn't drop by? Yeah.
No, I went out with Ross because we went to Kay Rollins had her retirement party.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
So we paid a visit to Kay.
We did not get credit for breaking that news either. She better make a call.
Well, who did?
I don't know. We didn't, though. I know that.
By the way, it's 4 tenders with fries, $24.
There's no way that's true.
The person who texted it just texted us the answer.
Person's drunk.
They work for a restaurant. Of course they are. If you worked for a restaurant.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. I have an idea, all right? I thought about this morning, and I'm sure you guys are going to love these ideas. I come up with these ideas when I sit and think.
When this idea, will it make us money or feed us?
It will not do either of those.
Oh, man.
But
whatever.
I don't understand how this isn't a thing. All right, and I'll explain myself next.
Real Radio is on Instagram at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From director Steven Spielberg.
This is Disclosure Day.
Watch the official trailer now.
Nothing but accidents this afternoon. Left lane blocked on Florida's Turnpike southbound after State Route 50. Accident blocking the right shoulder I-4 eastbound before 429. And 2 left lanes are blocked 192 eastbound after Fortune Road. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
Let's go! Our iHeartRadio Music Awards are coming back Thursday, March 26th, live on Fox.
Watch as we honor the biggest stars from all genres of music that you loved listening to all year long on your favorite iHeartRadio station and the iHeartRadio app.
Hosted by Ludacris.
All right, are y'all ready to get started?
Don't miss our 2026 iHeartRadio Music Awards. Watch live on Fox Thursday, March 26th.
Starting at 8 p.m.
And listen on iHeartRadio stations across America and the free iHeart app.
Told you earlier, the Jim Colbert Show question of the day, it's in our YouTube chat. You go to realradio.fm/watch and you connect with our YouTube page right there. Take part in the chat. We'll talk about the results at the end of the program. Today it's brought to us by We Are Beyond a Bank. That's Brad Siebert. Just saw him last week, and I am so grateful that I connected with Brad Siebert and We Are Beyond a Bank. For me, it was 11 years ago I did a refi. He took me through every step of the process, let me know what I need, and he told me the rate I have right now, he goes, you do not touch this rate, you do not refinance anymore, and I am like getting close to the last few years of this home mortgage. But he handles all types of mortgages, not just refi. It might be commercial lending for you, or maybe it's new construction. They do that as well. Even if it's your dream home, they have a move-up buyers program where they take the equity from your current home to put towards your forever home. And it's not only in Florida. We Are Beyond a Bank has partnered with Luminate Bank, now licensed in all 50 states, with all the programs that you need to help you. Contact Brad Siebert. Again, online, it's wearebeyondabank.com. There's an easier way. Pound 250 on your cell phone, keyword Luminate. That's pound 250. They ask for a keyword. You say Luminate. NMLS ID number 150953, equal housing and fair lending.
Hey,
Orlando. Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season, and your trade could be the #1 seed. Trade values can swing by thousands depending upon where you go. But at Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete head-to-head to win your trade. That bracket-style competition could mean up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinance. Expires 4/5/26.
Do you have information about a violent crime? Help solve crimes with your anonymous tips at crimeline.org. 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your tips make a difference. Say it here. It's anonymous at crimeline.org. Paid by CSTF.
Mills Air in business since 1992. That's over 30 years here in Central Florida. They're not going anywhere. Carrier factory authorized dealer. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier. Equipment change outs and upgrades right now with up to $1,275 in rebates. Visit millsair.com.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today, 407-213-0000. That's 407-213-0000.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Come on, kids. We're almost there. The map says straight ahead.
One-a-day 50-plus multivitamins are made for your overall health, with nutrients to support your brain and muscle function. Because don't you want to make the most of each day? So even on the family hike, you're not just keeping the pace.
Hey, Dad, wait up.
You're one step ahead. One-a-day 50-plus. The one for you. This statement has not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Men, if you're suffering from erectile dysfunction or PE, you're not alone. Most importantly, you don't have to live with it. Premier Men's Medical Center restores men's sex lives in just one visit. Their painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, even when Viagra and Cialis don't work. Here's Dr. Simovitz, specialist in men's health.
Premier Men's Medical Center's painless breakthrough treatments eliminate ED and PE, regardless of age or medical history. 98% of patients see instant results right in the office.
Men are now lasting longer than they ever imagined. And the best part, at Premier Men's Medical Center, your consultation and first treatment are free. Qualified patients even get their testosterone checked free. Call 407-723-7533. 407-723-7533. Take control of your sex life. Call now. 407-723-7533.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Reese Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show. Still to come, legal stories and more with Ray Trenley from TK Law. Today at 6:20 on The Jim Colbert Show.
I always listen to your cooking advice, Jim.
Thank you.
Last week I had something I needed to thin out, and I started to reach for some water, and I thought, no, Jim Colbert would be mad at me, so I put in broth instead. Excellent choice.
Yes.
Why the hell can't I listen to you when you admonish people in your ads to not try and do plumbing on our own? I just spent 2 hours cleaning up a guest bathroom flooding incident because I sort of forgot to put a shut-off valve back on under the sink.
Oh.
Yay. Good job, me.
Modern plumbing.
At least he realized, you
Yeah.
know, and now he's smarter for it.
I've learned all this for you.
Yeah, and I do like the fact that it's like, no, Jim would be mad at me.
I know.
And that's how he operates his life. Here's Sarah.
Colbert Crew, it's Sarah. What's up? I'm driving home from work carefully, and I'm talking to you while I'm at a red light. I am not driving. Anyway, I was like, oh dang, I have 33 miles till empty with my car, and so I started looking around at gas prices. So here in Claremont, it is $3.99 a gallon for regular. I'm in trouble. Bye, guys.
Oh,
bunch of people texting in about what we were just talking about, restaurants, Jimmy, and how people are not going out because prices being a big deterrent for many.
Sure, yeah.
What's up, gang? So, talking about some lunch options in restaurants. I've been a bartender for 12 years, and prices have gone crazy. And yeah, having a bill where people aren't drinking is usually like, yeah, okay, especially if they're splitting the bill. But I will say this, I went to Sonny's Barbecue today, and I got the 2 meat special with 2 sides and a bread for $16.
Still slaps, too.
Not a bad deal.
$24 for chicken tenders. What are those things made of? Gold? Also, happy Steve Austin Day to all the wrestling fans.
Oh, Stone Cold, baby. I didn't know that.
316.
That's right.
Oh, that's right.
Also, a big hi. Somebody texted and said, hi, welcome home to my daughter. She just got back from being deployed to Rota, Spain in the Navy. She's been gone for 2 years. Lieutenant, is it Willette? Is that how you pronounce that? Ouellette? Willette?
I think so.
There you go. Well, welcome home, sweetheart.
Oh, that's
home.
awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah, good job. Thank you very much.
Woo.
Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is her as well.
Got to be a relief for her family.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah.
Yeah, when my kid came home from Saudi, she was over there for a year as admin working on one of the bases over there, I think in Riyadh. And she would, we would communicate, on the weekly basis. And she would just tell us about the culture over there and how crazy it was and how you had to be very careful about what you did, how you said things, especially as a female, what you were wearing when you went out, where you went, what you said when you went out, who you spoke to, who you didn't speak to. It was crazy.
I'll just stay in.
Yeah,
no
crazy.
doubt.
And that's what she said. She's like, I caught up on all my reading from like 4th grade.
Yeah, there's just too many rules. I mean, you can't talk too loud. You can't.
But there were
someone like me would be in prison right away in Saudi Arabia.
They would throw you in from the airport and they take you to jail.
Exactly.
They have video games.
I don't know that, Jack. I'm going to be honest with you.
They do.
And I would think if they do, it would obviously be controlled to the point where it couldn't be considered anti-government.
No, I didn't just mean in general in Saudi. I meant like for military. Like your daughter, when you said when she stayed in, she read. I just think that would be a way for a lot of young men, at least, to pass times on downtime.
Yeah, a lot of DVDs and movies.
Yeah.
And albums. That's what she told me. She read, she watched movies and TV shows that she'd never seen before because they have those at the base.
So it sounds like not a lot of internet downloading and stuff that could make you potentially vulnerable.
There was internet, but I think it was only a certain time of day when she got it. It was mostly for her studies that she was doing while she was there because they were kind of on lockdown because it was during COVID, if I remember right. On top of all the other stuff, it was during then. So it was a mess across the board.
That's crazy.
All right, I read a Time magazine piece today I found very interesting.
Is this another one of your ideas, like pre-stained shirts?
It's that's a fine idea. That's a fine idea. A shirt that is printed pre-stained with mustard, no problem. But in a stain pattern where you can't really tell there's a stain, that's a brilliant idea. Somebody's going to make some money off that.
Okay.
Just not me because I don't care enough. This Time magazine piece was about former presidents commenting on a sitting administration. And it led me to think of this, right? So we hear about this all the time, right? You'll see former presidents make comments about administrations, but almost never to the point of criticism.
Right.
Of course, we've seen that now with Trump and with Obama, and for sure Obama and Trump. And of course, Trump can't stop taking shots at Obama and Biden.
Mm-hmm.
That's every time he opens his mouth at every press conference, he's bringing up Joe Biden and Barack Obama.
Yeah, prior to that, like more than 10 years ago, it was rarely a thing.
It was rarely ever brought up, right? And I wanted to ask, why not? Why isn't there a coalition of former presidents that kind of comes together and has discussions about things that are happening in the current administration and gives their perspective on their time in office and how they dealt with situations like this? And maybe that would be easier to explain to the American people what happens in places like Iran. When you only hear one side of the story from the current administration, why not hear from George Bush and Clinton and Obama and Biden when they dealt with these same scenarios and the eccentricities of dealing with the Middle East, or gas prices, or food prices, or anything to do with the HHS? Why isn't that? It's so funny because so many other industries lean on former CEOs. Like, look at half of the pros that go on television shows to like, all right, this is a former expert, or he was with this or that. This CEO is with this company. They can give us a really neat insight on what could be happening with this merger deal. But we don't do that with former presidents. I don't get that. Why not? Why don't we lean on that knowledge more as a society? And why don't current administrations use the knowledge gained in those presidencies to make the current administrations better?
I think outside of the business world, I think it would be seen as stepping on the toes of the current administration. If you went to presidents prior and said, how do we get out of this situation? I think that they would see that as a breaking of a code.
I don't think undermining the authority.
And certainly this administration is not going to seek out the advice of any prior administrations.
Completely understood. This would never be an advisory board. It would not be to advise the administration that's currently happening.
Or the people.
It would be to inform the people.
I still think of it as breaking a certain code with the administration in place. Is like, well, they're not doing a good enough job, so let me step in and tell you how. I think that's how the administration who's in position right now would possibly view that. And I think that's why in the past, even though we've had some huge problems to be dealt with, prior presidents have just kind of been like,
yeah.
Nothing to see here.
But maybe, isn't that part of the problem, though? I mean, like to sit and watch presidents who have dealt with issues like this, sit there mum and not just say, hey, look, when I was there, this was the issue that I'm dealing with. Maybe this president's dealing with something a little different, and that's why they've chosen to do this. And by the way, it would be bipartisan. Now, right now, it would be way more Democrats than Republicans. I think George Bush is the only living Republican former president right now. Mm-hmm. And then you have Barack and you have Bill Clinton and Joe Biden for that. But it wouldn't be a partisan scenario for me. Like, I would just like it to, like, here's what we experienced while in office when dealing with this situation. You don't think that would be valuable?
Oh, I think it would be valuable.
You just don't think it would ever happen?
I just don't think it would happen. And we'd have to wait in the future to see if we can break that kind of...
And you couldn't force them to do it. I mean, you couldn't say, hey, this is part of, like, when you sign up to be president afterwards for 4 years, you're part of this group that kind of discusses geopolitics within the group of you, and then you release, like the Supreme Court, when they release a decision?
Yeah, decision. A ruling, yeah.
Yeah, and it kind of gives you an idea of what they use to make this decision. There are people who don't agree with those decisions, the majority rules, but I think something like that with former presidents would be very useful to this country.
I agree. I just don't see that I just don't know. I don't know what the decorum, kind of like what the unwritten rules outside of the Beltway are.
Yeah.
That we're not privy to. That's just something that's not done.
Yeah.
Unless maybe requested by the president in office now. I've invited former President George W. Bush to speak on this issue, but I can't see without a direct invitation from the president in office right now that would be seen as usurping the president's power.
Right, because I believe Obama had George H.W. Bush and Bill Clinton go. They were doing some work
peace
together.
Thing, yeah,
some peace thing. And I don't even remember what that was. I was 20 years ago. But it would, I feel any sitting president would feel it would undermine their authority to have someone else out there kind of saying what's behind the scenes. If that messaging is not coming from the office, and I think former presidents respect the power that the office has and wouldn't want to be seen as undermining it.
But Mike Pence is still making comments on television. He's a former vice president.
Right.
We've seen former attorney generals. We've seen former generals. We've seen former HHS leaders. We've seen all the people who worked for other administrations go on the talk show circuit and make comments. Now, I know that's not the president. I know that's what you're saying. But in that same sense, those people were right in the game, right there with every one of these presidents that worked. I mean, we have people from every administration that does this, by the way.
Right.
Except former presidents.
Yeah.
And they don't do typically the talk show circuit.
No.
They'll
write a book.
They'll write a book. Obama has, and it's a thick book.
Yeah.
And that's just on
The Audacity of Hope.
Yeah. No. Following his presidency, it was all on. And basically, it just covers the first term on all the decisions everything they passed, everything they did, the reasoning behind it.
Yeah.
It's fast. It's a deep dive into what was going on inside the White House.
And that's great if you're a reader.
Right.
But my point is most of the country they're not going to grab Obama's book and cuddle up and do it. Well, but my whole and it would not be government, by the way, this would not be government sanctioned. This would just be the former presidents coming together, but, in themselves and going, them kind of coming to a conclusion like, hey, maybe we get together, not even a podcast, but the kind of idea would be like a podcast. And like maybe once a month, we will release a paper on things that we've seen in our presidencies compared to what not even compared to what's happening now. These are the issues you may want to consider when this administration is dealing with this. Because a lot of times when you watch the talk shows, whether it be Fox or CNN, we'll use the bookends there and everything in between. Both of those are trying to convince you of something. Like Fox is continually trying to convince you that this administration is doing everything right. CNN's trying to convince you they're doing everything wrong. Right? The truth is in the middle somewhere, right? That's what this would be for me. Like, it would be like voices that I respect, that I like, and even if I didn't respect your presidency as the decisions that were made, I can still respect you as a person because I think most of the formers are really good people. And I would love that. I would think that would be painfully interesting to do. But I see that you guys body language is saying, man, this is a pipe dream of all pipe dreams.
Oh, it is.
For right now.
Yeah.
But I agree. It is something I would hope that we could see.
I think that would be great, man.
I do too.
I just think any former president has respect enough for the office and the power that it holds and how hard the job is that they wouldn't want to do anything that would be seen as undermining that job and making it harder, even if they disagree with the decisions being made.
And you've heard the old saying that really is true. No good deed goes unpunished.
Yeah. But the other thing, Deborah, is like we know that George Bush, although really not that effective of a president, not considered one of the great presidents, was very well liked as a person. And we also know that he and Barack Obama and Michelle Obama specifically were really good friends. Matter of fact, he has like a really good friendship with Michelle Obama. So what I'm saying is I do think two people from two different worlds who can disagree about major issues can still have a human conversation about the betterment of what they think would be for people. And I think Bush and Obama could do it. I think Bush and Joe Biden could do it. Now, of course, when you throw in with an ego like Trump is definitely not going to do this, but he doesn't do anything that is traditional. He's not
conventional.
He does not do that.
But that's why I don't see this happening anytime in the next 3 years.
Because he would not be included in any of that. Like
and he would shut it down.
Post-presidency, if he makes it through this presidency, post-presidency, he would probably not be included in that.
And he would be the first voice laying blame, saying, oh, you're trying to undermine what I'm doing. You couldn't do it while you were in office, so now you're doing it because I'm here. And
Well, he's going to say that either way. I mean, he's going to be...
So why do the effort if it's not going to be for the people?
But that's the whole thing. It would be for the people. It wouldn't have anything to do with the current administration. It would simply be former presidents looking at what we're dealing with in the world today, whether it be the Straits of Hormuz, whether it be the situation in Ukraine, whether it be the situation in Iran, with Israel and Gaza, locally here with gas prices or food prices, and just have a conversation about how those things happen, because the news stations are always trying to sell us who's wrong. They're not trying to tell you what's happening. They're trying to tell you why it shouldn't be happening or why it is happening. I would like to hear a conversation like, hey, by the way, a decision like this is made because here. Because back in 1960, this deal was made, that was broken, blah, 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 blah. That way people have a much greater idea of the larger picture of geopolitics rather than just hearing a news clip coming out of some content creators some Nick Fuentes thing, and they take that as gold rather than listen to the people who actually live through it and manage through it.
Yeah.
Nothing? Okay, that's fine. I'm making a passionate...
and it makes complete sense, but we're so divided that even if they came out, the people who believe this side are going to listen to that side, and the people who believe... So even getting them in front of the people, I don't know if it would still bring us the kind of cohesiveness that could potentially come out of a conversation.
I just got called delusional.
Yeah, well,
not really.
I wouldn't say that. I think
I think that's a little terrible. It is delusional for wanting something good.
Well, no, not that you want something good. Just where we are with our algorithmically fed information silos. Right? It's not that we don't read as much. We watch more and we watch less of what we're watching, right? So it's that short attention span, and we're more people getting their news, whether it's these algorithms feeding them on social media based on how long they view, so they're more fed things that they're more interested in, which means the news I see is different from the news you see, different from what Deborah sees. So we're all coming at it from a different place, and immediately anyone, if they were a fan of Trump, and they hear Obama trying to explain something of what's going on, or Biden, immediately dismissed.
Just read the texting service.
Yeah.
Just read the texting service. There's your answer right there.
Yeah, I just looked over at it.
There's your answer.
The whole idea of this would be to replace that cycle. For every one person that tunes into Joe Rogan and takes everything that guy says as if it was written in stone, like that would be the whole idea, is to have a podcast with people who actually did the job, lived the life, did the thing, dealt with the leaders that we hear, whether it be Kim Jong-un or the Khomeinis or any of these desperate leaders all throughout the nation. We don't know. We've never dealt with them. We just take the White House's word for granted, or word, because that's what they tell us has happened. I think having a perspective from people who have actually dealt with these people would be painfully interesting. And I think if it was a podcast, it would be a very, 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 very listened to podcast. And that's what kills me, is like Rogan has a massive audience and massive pull, and Rogan really is just a guy.
Yeah.
He's not like a political comic. He's not done any of this. He's never held office. He's never run a campaign. He's never done any of this. He's just a guy. So if just a dude can do this and get a massive audience that makes him $250 million every 3 years, you would think a podcast or some type of something like that with former presidents sitting in would be very cool to listen to. Yeah. I'd listen to it every day. I'd listen to it every day.
Well, I mean, President Obama has appeared on podcasts.
He has, yes.
So he's been a guest recently. He was on Mark Maron's final podcast as well. He did a limited run podcast with Bruce Springsteen, which was, I loved it.
Yeah.
Two of my heroes right there. Boom.
But I think seeing other presidents talk to each other about it would be interesting as well. Yeah. All right, 407-916-1041. Text us at 77031. Load them up, guys. It's time for trivia. Let's give some stuff away. We'll do that next.
Real Radio is the News Junkie.
The sheriff can confirm the clothing seen in the video may have been purchased from Walmart.
How can you confirm something may have happened? You confirm something did happen. You don't confirm something might happen. I can confirm that I may go home and have mimosas after the show.
Can I cow-she you that one? Can I bet on whether the mimosas happen? I think the mimosas might happen.
The News Junkie. Weekdays at 11 on Real Radio 104.1.
This is NFL quarterback Rodney Peete, and here's what's trending on the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by WeatherBug.
The NBA Board of Governors is set to vote next week. They'll explore adding expansion teams in both Seattle and Las Vegas for 2028. An 8th straight win, that's in reach for the Magic tonight. They head to Atlanta. Orlando enters the week in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. And UCF men's basketball, they're getting ready for March Madness. The East Region's 10th seed will battle UCLA. That one's Friday in Philadelphia. I'm Scott Davidson.
Get the fastest local alerts and accurate 24/7 forecasts with WeatherBug. It's easy to use and provides real-time customizable alerts so the weather never takes you by surprise. Plan every day with confidence. Download the free WeatherBug app from the App Store now.
Man, you think you know more about the real estate business here in Central Florida than the Nickley Group? Well, let me tell you, you do not. These guys are the best real estate company in all of Central Florida, selling a home about every 9 hours. And I tell this story because it's important, because it's completely unprovoked. My wife's best friend is a closing agent, and when I told her that I would be repping the Nickley Group, she told me, she goes, you couldn't have done any better, because every single closing I have with the Nickley Group goes off like a charm. There are never issues. They are total professionals. professionals, and that's why I love repping these guys. They are total pros, and on average, you get about 6% more for their listings than their competitors, and even better, guys, they sell those homes twice as fast. And when you factor in their VIP program for people who are looking to sell their house, you can't lose. How about this? Free appraisals, free home warranties, free moving trucks and supplies, and an early access program that gets you into off-market properties before they even get listed. An incredible advantage. They even have a thing called the guaranteed cash offer that if you don't want to deal with any of the real estate stuff, you just like to get your money and move on to the next stage of your life. How about this? No showings, no open houses, and that deal, my friends, can close in as little as 14 days. Don't make a mistake hiring the wrong real estate group when your biggest asset is in play. Make the most from that home and use the Nickley Group to do that. It's the NickleyGroup.com. That's NICKLEY Group.com.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships. It's something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best. They really support that, and that means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're a family, not a sales target. Visit us in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia for diamonds with integrity.
Get ready to taste, rock, and repeat at SeaWorld Orlando's Seven Seas Food Festival. Explore over 200 international flavors, then catch your favorite artists live in concert at Bayside Stadium. From Omar Courts to Gene Simmons, the Beach Boys, Fitz and the Tantrums, The Fray, Trace Atkins, and Boyz II Men, it's an all-star lineup you won't want to miss. Best of all, concerts are totally free with park admission. Plus, with an annual pass, enjoy unlimited visits, over $3,500 in bonus benefits, free parking, and access to over 30 live concerts, all included. Visit SeaWorldOrlando.com to see the full lineup and get your pass today.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my Tax Time Dime Down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi.
In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4.
DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
My morning has 2 speeds. It starts fast. Then it relaxes when I arrive at McDonald's and order an Egg McMuffin extra value meal for just $5. Because that's all I need to start my day off right. A tasty, warm Egg McMuffin, crispy golden hash browns, and a small premium roast coffee. And with a breakfast this good for just $5, I feel relaxed for the rest of the day. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Prices and participation may vary. Promotional pricing may be lower than meal pricing. The Riz Delulu aura of 6'7". Did I get your attention? I promise the joke is worth it this time. Because I'm not going to be sorry about telling you to get a 67-cent hamburger or cheeseburger only in the McDonald's app. Think you're tired of 6'7"? That's just fine, we are too. We're just taking advantage of it. The joke may be dead, but it does mean you're getting one of these burgers every Wednesday or Sunday when you order on the app. So let's keep it on trend, at least for now. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Valid Sundays and Wednesdays in March and April. Participating McDonald's. Valid once per day. Must opt into rewards.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Real, no radio.
The Jim Colbert Show, streaming live on YouTube. Watch us talk.
Just had lunch today, $18.75 for 5 fingers, fries, and slaw at a little place in Ormond by the Sea.
Yeah, so there's nothing quite like the feeling of FaceTiming your son while he's deployed in the Middle East.
Oh.
And he looks up in the sky, sees something, starts running, and then as he's trying to hang up his phone, he yells that he loves you and tell everybody else that he loves them too. So there's that. He was able to take his Nintendo Switch and Xbox with him, which he hasn't had time to even look at since he's been there. So there's that too.
Sorry there, Dad.
Thank you for your service as well.
Yeah,
it's not
man.
just your son.
All right, welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. Real Radio 104.1. Yes, Jack?
I worry when my kids are just driving home from work.
Yeah,
I couldn't
yeah.
imagine
No, man.
them being
Can you
on
take
the
that
other side
phone
of the
call?
world in harm's way.
No, man.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
I feel bad for him with long division. It's a bad matchup. Anyway, I'm Jim. There's Deb. Jack is here as well.
I remember long division.
Yeah. And Jack has the Jackie sack. Save me, buddy.
All aboard.
Chugga, chugga.
Choo-choo.
Clickety-clack, clickety-clack.
Well, if you divide the never
No,
mind.
don't. Just
look
stop.
at me when you say those
Just
things.
stop.
Guess what?
She just put my...
Here's the thing. It's a Monday.
Yes, it is.
It is. I
And
can
so we open up the Jackie Sack anew every Monday to see what we have to deal
Ooh.
with this week. And we have two cool prizes.
Really?
That I'm excited to tell you about.
All right.
One of them is a pair of tickets to see Tom Papa, the comedian.
Oh, no way.
He is it's
Legend.
The Grateful Bread Tour live at Steinmetz Hall at the Dr. Phillips Center. That's this Friday night. You can go to drphillipscenter.org to get your tickets. But all week long, tickets to Tom Papa this Friday night. My wife and I, we watch all of his specials on Netflix. Love this guy. He's
total professional.
Total pro. Yeah.
Clean comic, I believe, right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it works pretty
so.
clean. Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. I think he's done a lot of work with Seinfeld, Lopez
Yes, he has.
Seinfeld
Yeah.
and stuff. Yeah. All right. So that's one set of prizes. The other prize we have is SeaWorld Seven Seas. You know,
Nice.
They have their Seven Seas Food Festival. It's back. More than 200 flavors, 30 concerts, where you can enjoy mouthwatering dishes inspired by global cuisines, new rotating menus, savor delectable bites, refreshing wines, vibrant cocktails, and craft brews, and get a taste of live music, like this Sunday, March 22nd, when the Beach Boys with John Stamos will take the stage.
Wow.
SeaWorld Seven Seas Food Festival. Select dates now through May 17th. Concerts are free with the park admission. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com. Concerts are free, as I mentioned, when you get into the park, but you have tickets to see the Beach Boys.
Thank you. By the way, if you want to see how your mom was like in college and high school, take her to go see Stamos.
I'm going to be throwing them granny panties.
Then you will learn the truth, my friends. Then you'll know what mom's is all about when she was about 20.
You may not be ready for that.
Let me just tell you straight up, you are not ready for what Stamos will do to your mother.
Yeah.
Stamos will ruin your mother.
He had an interesting career from General Hospital and
Stamos.
then on through Full House. and then
Stamos is an all-timer, dude.
always doing the musician thing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Just happens to be perfectly good looking the whole time.
Exactly. No
Charming, the whole
problem.
9 yards. All right, Deb, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5.
Let's go 3.
3 it is. Howard, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing good, bud. Want to play a little game with us?
Sure.
Let's do it.
Is he the puzzle master? Or is he the guy who's currently writing today's game? Can he be both? Let's find out. It's time for JCS Trivia.
All right, Howard, this is a real easy game, boss. Got a question here for you. 4 answers. One of these answers is... It's a falsehood.
What?
It's a lie.
What?
Wow.
I am purposely trying to fool you.
On a Monday?
But if you can slide through that, I'll send you over to Jack. He's got a bag full of cool stuff, and you can choose something. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go, buddy. It is National Artichoke Hearts Day.
Oh, good eating.
That's right. Here are 3 fun facts about artichokes and 1 thorny lie.
Ooh.
All right, buddy, we're talking about artichokes. Which one of these is untrue? Number 1, Italy is the number 1 producer of artichokes worldwide. Number 2, 1 medium artichoke has more dietary fiber than a cup of prunes. Number 3, in early Spain, women wore the leaves of artichokes as fake fingernails. Or lastly, before the 16th century, women were forbidden from eating artichokes because they were considered an aphrodisiac. Which of those is a lie?
Number one.
No, that's absolutely true. Number one is Italy is the number one producer of artichokes worldwide, not nationwide, worldwide. All right, Deb, 1, 2, 3, or 5?
No, 4?
Or 4 or 5?
Let's go 4.
4 it is. Let's do James. James, how you doing?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
Doing good, boss. We're talking about artichokes here. Which one of these is not true? Number one medium artichoke has more dietary fiber than a cup of prunes. Number 2, in early Spain, women wore the leaves of artichokes as fake fingernails. Or lastly, before the 16th century, women were forbidden from eating artichokes because they were considered an aphrodisiac.
Man, let's try number 2.
That's the one, buddy. You're a winner. Yeah, in early Spain, women did not wear the leaves of artichokes as fake fingernails, but in other cultures, the leaves of artichokes were worn as adornment, as earrings.
Okay.
They would plate them and design them. They would do stuff like that, but not fake fingernails. There you go. One medium artichoke does have as much dietary fiber as a cup of prunes.
That's amazing to find out.
That is amazing.
Because they're never given credit as being a high-fiber vegetable.
Can I tell you, they never get spoken about at all because they're, for one thing, they're really difficult to cook. And secondly, it is kind of an acquired taste. And it's a weird thing if you haven't eaten one, how you have to eat it. And I don't like the middle part of it. I like the bottom of the leaves.
The middle part's a little too chewy.
It's a little too something.
Fibery.
It's too fibery, right. Before the 16th century, women were forbidden from eating artichokes because they were considered an aphrodisiac. And who wants their women horny running around?
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
God forbid.
A couple other things before we get to the top of the hour about artichokes. Castroville, California is the self-proclaimed artichoke capital of the world. Self-proclaimed.
Okay, that's right, because it's not Italy.
And in 1948, they actually held a contest to crown the very first Miss Artichoke. They crowned a then unknown beauty named Norma Jean Baker.
Oh, wow.
Marilyn Monroe?
You know her as Marilyn Monroe.
Whoa.
The very first artichoke queen of California was one of the most famous women that have ever lived in this country.
That is crazy.
If an artichoke was left unharvested, what happens?
Turns to mush.
Becomes poisonous.
It turns into a beautiful purple flower.
Oh.
Really?
Is what happens if you don't eat it. Yeah, that's the bud of a flower. That's what that is.
Huh.
How crazy,
I'm
right?
gonna buy an artichoke and plant it.
In Vietnam, artichoke leaves are ground up and made into a very popular tea. And the reason why is the last one. Artichokes are extremely good for digestion, and it promotes liver and gallbladder health as well. So in Vietnam, they drink this tea made from the leaves specifically because it aids in digestion, and it's very good for your liver and your gallbladder. So there you go, artichokes. I thought they were fascinating.
Somebody just said boil them and eat the leaves with mayonnaise.
No, what you do is this. You steam them, right? And then you roast them over a grill. And I will tell you, I'll give a free shout out here to a restaurant that does not need the help. But it used to be Houston's. What's it called now, Jack?
Not Hilltop, is it?
Hillstone?
Hillstone.
Yeah.
Hillstone, when they're in season, has a grilled artichoke appetizer, and I'm telling you, it's worth visiting the restaurant just for that.
Really?
Yeah.
It is that good. But you roast them off, and they get this real charred, beefy flavor, and then they usually make like a garlic aioli with a little bit of lemon in there, and you just dip the end of it and just rip it. It's too good for words. So
does that mean artichoke dip is healthy?
Artichoke dip is not healthy, Jack.
Boo.
Yeah, because it's what's surrounding the artichoke part that's the bad part. It's the dip part.
All these rules.
All right, 77031. Let's take a little break. Back in a sec with more of the Jim Colbert Show.
Make Real Radio 104.1 number one on your presets on our all-new iHeartRadio app and get cool stuff at Real Radio events. Get the app for free in your app store.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Emergency crews on the scene of an accident I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard. Left shoulder there is blocked. Accident reported Lake Nona Boulevard, both east and westbound at Boggy Creek Road. Traffic cameras aren't cooperating right now. And Florida Turnpike southbound after State Route 50, crash there blocking the left lane. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. Spring deals are popping up early at Lowe's. Get 4 bags of Stay Green 2 cubic foot mulch for just $10. Plus save $20 on an Ego 56-volt string trimmer, now just $199 only at Lowe's. Valid through 3/18. Mulch offer excludes Hawaii. Selection varies by location while supplies last.
Yeah, I don't know if you've noticed, but in Florida, the weather is bipolar. It is one day it's 88 degrees. The next day it's 61 degrees. Actually, from today to yesterday is going to be a 21-degree swing in the weather. That is why you need a really good HVAC company to make sure that your system is great for these gigantic swings we have in weather here in Central Florida. And that is so unbelievably important. And Leon Mills himself tells me, please remind people that right now is the time of year to do your preventive maintenance plan. It's like the tune-up for your AC system to make sure that everything works perfectly going into this heat. That's what they're all about. Been in business since 92. You can do the math. That's 30-plus years of experience keeping Central Florida nice and cool. And their techs can service any brand. Don't worry about what you have. And they're also Carrier Factory authorized dealers. That's important. That could get you up to $1,275 in rebates towards that brand new Carrier unit. You can always turn to the experts at Carrier and always turn to family-owned and operated Mills Air. Call these guys today. It's 407-277-1159. Online, it's easy. It's millsair.com.
Think you're not the suing type? But you weren't at fault. I'm Orlando injury attorney Mo DeWitt. You didn't choose this accident, the bills, or the damage. Don't cover for someone else's mistake. Just call Mo. Injured on the go? Just call Mo.com.
Hey, Space Coast, you know that between the heat, humidity, and these coastal storms, Florida homes need windows that can really stand up to just about anything. Well, Renewal by Anderson's Acclaim Impact windows are engineered specifically for coastal living. They reduce heat transfer with double pane glass, block UV rays, and help stabilize your indoor temperatures all year long. And right now, during their 31-day spring savings event, when you buy 2 replacement windows or doors, you'll get the third 60% off. Space Coast homeowners notice improvements right away. Quieter spaces, fewer leaks and drafts, and AC units that don't have to run nonstop. Plus, with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 18 months, it's never been easier to move forward. Candace says, my window project with Renewal by Anderson completed today. Very professional and hardworking team. I love my new windows. Thank you, RBA. Offer ends March 31st. Restrictions apply. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free in-home consultation. Official partner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. License number CGC 1527613.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and the deals are tipping off. As interest rates drop, we're driving them down even further with financing as low as 0% APR on select new Kias. And our team is ready to go full court press to help you get approved, even if your credit isn't perfect. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
With approved credit. Offers expire 4/5/26. WeAreNotTheBanks.com is now bigger and better than before, and now they have a new website, WeAreBeyondABank.com. Brad Siebert and his team have partnered with Luminate Bank and are now more flexible than before. Licensed in all 50 states, We Are Beyond a Bank still has a primary focus of mortgages and getting you the money you need. From new construction loans, commercial lending, refis, or purchasing your dream home with their Move Up Buyers program. Contact Brad at WeAreBeyondABank.com or just dial pound 250 on your cell, keyword Luminate. Pound 250, keyword Luminate. NMLS ID number 150953, Equal Housing and Fair Lending.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, this deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178. Or visit spectrum.com/free forever to learn more.
Hop on down to Lake Meadow Naturals for the Easter Farm Festival, Saturday, March 28th from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Bring the entire family and join me, Chad Pitt, and Magic 1077 for a day packed with farm fresh fun. Enjoy the Southern Sandwich Pickup Kitchen, cool off with the snowy snow cones, and meet the Easter Bunny and see all your favorite farm animals. Plus, stock up on farm fresh eggs, grass-fed meats, and so much more. It's all happening at Lake Meadow Naturals. We'll see you on the farm. LakeMeadowNaturals.com. That's LakeMeadowNaturals.com.
Right now, you may be running a little late, or feeling stressed, or overwhelmed, and you may be going a bit over the speed limit. So to help you relax, exhale. Ease up on the gas. You'll get there when you get there. Take a moment to just chill. This little break is brought to you by Target Zero and the Florida Department of Transportation.
If you want to buy or sell your home quickly, call Nick Lee. For a guaranteed cash offer, visit thenickleegroup.com.
Win $25,000 in free impact windows from Maurice Windows. Text TRUST to 20129.
Portions of the following program were pre-recorded.
Coming to you live from the JustCallMo.com studios. Accidents happen, but Mo's here to help. Injured on the go? Just call Mo. Visit JustCallMo.com or call 1-800-CALL-MO. This is WTKS-FM HD1 Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. You're listening to The Jim Colbert Show.
Hey guys, you mentioned plants, specifically artichokes. One of the reasons they are so beneficial, and Deb would probably know this because it is a plant, artichokes are in the thistle family. So, milk thistle, all this stuff like that. So it is the flower that you are eating. And once it does bloom, it turns really hard and coarse. So that's why it's the early buds that you wouldn't think of as being edible.
Little news. I work for a mobile home community as a maintenance guy, and apparently a mini tornado ripped through Daytona, and a bunch of roofs are off and trees are down. So, little update for Daytona.
Well, that was the most low-key tornado update I've ever heard in my life. Hey guys, just real chill real quick. I just want to let you know that unfortunately some trailer owners over in Daytona lost their roofs. All right, back to you. Welcome back. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well. Yo. Our buddy Ray Trenley waiting in the wings. We'll talk to Ray here around 6:20 or so.
You're going to want to grab a sweatshirt on your way out the door tonight.
Is it already that cold front moving in?
I'm telling you,
in.
it's.
Yeah,
what
it's
do you think the temp is right now? We came in. It was 82 was the high.
Yeah, I think
Today
81, 82 is when we came in today.
74.
It is 65.
Oh!
And by the way, that's 2 degrees lower than it was 10 minutes ago when she told me it was 67. It's supposed to get down to 45 degrees tonight, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
I'm not putting on the heat.
Oh, you're putting it on.
No.
You're putting it on.
Sleeping
you
socks.
are.
Get an extra blanket
You're
out.
putting it on.
The heat's not going on.
And by the way, why didn't you guys tell me cats are so effing cool?
We've been trying.
Man, let me tell you something.
Man.
Let me tell you something. Cats, this thing that's staying at my house, and by the way, this is not what we're going to talk about, but we're going to talk about it now. I've never experienced anything like having this cat in my house. This effing thing just appears, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Silent. They can teleport. I got in the shower this morning. Right, I got in the shower, did my little shower. When I got in the shower, I know where the cat was. The cat was on one of our dining room chairs under the table sleeping because cats are weirdos and they like to be on high stuff, under stuff, right? And I get out of the shower and the cat is sitting on the edge of the vanity staring at me. It watched me take my entire shower.
No, she's in love with you.
Man, it's wild.
Was she purring?
That thing will just appear. I will get out of my bed and walk to the bathroom. When I do that, I can look down the hallway that goes into the rest of the house, right? I get up and I look down the hallway. No cat. When I come back, cat's sitting there like she's been sitting there all night. like staring at me. It's wild, dude. They're weird.
Now, what's interesting is normally, like, my two females are stealth. You can't hear them. Christopher, for such a long, skinny young cat, he has the heaviest footfalls of any cat I've ever heard. You can hear him coming across the house.
This thing jumped up on the side of my couch the other day. I didn't even know it. I turned to talk to Tori about something. When I turned around, the cat was in my face. Never heard it. Never. It does this all the time. I'll be writing the show, and it'll just walk up behind my neck. I'm like, where did you come from? Like, I just walked by a minute ago. You were in your little stoop chilling out. 5 minutes later, you're behind my neck, and like no sound, none. And she's fat AF. She should not be able to do any of the stuff that she does.
You're in love. You sound like you're in love.
She's pretty badass, I got to tell you. She's pretty badass. She comes to me now.
Of course she does.
Oh, you mean you can call her?
I can call her and she'll come to me now. I can't tell you her name because it's a word we can't say on the air. Let's just say it's short for titty tat. Like if you're going to say kitty cat, like a kid says it, titty tat.
Yeah.
It's short for that.
Oh, got it.
Yeah, so we can't say that.
Are you feeding the cat?
The cat feeds itself, Jack.
Right.
It's got a job.
That's right.
It pulls its own weight.
Good.
But she's a female. You're the male.
Yeah. She likes me, though. I like it. It's cool.
You sound surprised that she likes you.
I like being liked. Yeah, they're cool. Well, the thing is they don't, there's not really, you're not sure if they like you. They like you for a minute, that's for sure.
Oh, no. Yeah. When they do, you will know.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, 407-916-1041.
And then he's going to come back and say, why didn't you guys tell me they could be so loving?
I told Tori this morning, I said, look, if it turns out where we have to keep this cat for a while, it is not going to break my heart. Like they're so unintrusive.
Yeah.
Like they don't really ask a bunch from you. This dog that we have is a complete nightmare.
No.
It is, man. It is. This dog is like it is a very needy child. And this cat is like, I'll see you when I see you, dude. And this dog is like, you better be touching me at all times. I like that cat thing. That's kind of cool.
You can even leave them for a couple days.
Are girl and boy cats different personality wise? Because it's a girl, the one we have.
I've been told that if you want a snuggle bunny to get a male cat, but again, that could be different because I'm a female.
Yeah, and this is an orange tabby kind of orangey white cat.
We have 3 cats. They're all male, all different personalities.
Yeah. 2 females, 2 completely different personalities. One is actually an Italian mobster.
Nice.
Because she doesn't meow. She goes, hey. Hey. And one time when I tried to move her, sorry, Jack, when I tried to move her from the bed while I was making the bed, she cut my eyelid open. Hey.
That's the greatest.
We call her Guido.
Hey, from the alley.
Yeah. Hey.
Texter says, listening to Jim love a cat after all these years is pretty damn awesome.
Jack, let's give him a round of applause. Yay! You finally came over to our furry side.
I have to tell you, man. We are in go mode to sell this house, right? So
already you're okay.
Yeah, well, we've gotten most of it done, but now with the grandbaby here, and we live 40 minutes away from her. My wife wants to be closer. We'd already planned to do this and buy the house that we plan on staying in for a while. So now we have a place where we know we can do it. So we're dying to get the house. We had a meeting this morning, like, hey, look, these are the things that need to be done. We got to get this done and get the hell out of here. And I will tell you straight up,
it's not that bad living close to me.
More than likely, here's the thing. It's so cool. It's just so, I'm fascinated by it. Like I'll be sitting there just kind of
grandbaby or the cat?
The cat. No, the grandbaby ain't doing nothing.
We're still on the cat?
Yeah. But the cat, it's just fascinating to watch them because you don't know what they're going to do. You have no clue. Just the other day, she just got the zoomies for no reason, just hauled ass out of the room for nothing. Like somebody whispered her name.
Yeah.
And she just took off. And then other times, she'll just chill. She just hangs out.
Just one cat, right? Not even
just the one. She
watching them interact.
And by the way, why didn't you guys tell me they like to drink from the faucet?
Well, they like fresh water.
Oh, they love drinking from the faucet.
Well, you know, Jack, that's the bane of Jack's.
Yeah. No, I clamped down on that. I stopped that immediately.
And now there's 2 faucets. She likes one of the bathroom faucets, and then we have the secondary sink in the kitchen. It's like a little prep sink. And she loves that, but she loves the nozzle because it hangs perfectly so she can rub her face all over it.
Oh, yeah.
And scratch her eyes and stuff.
Yeah.
You know what they're doing when she rubs her face on you, right?
But isn't that the same as like getting a kiss?
It's kind of. She's marking you as hers.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's tear ducts. And
really? She does it on my chest. She'll just bury her face into my chest.
And you know something else that's really cool about cats?
It's hard to hold her there, though. Go ahead. I'm just saying.
Do you know what the purring is?
It is them like
it's high frequency healing. That's how you'll notice a cat doesn't have a broken bone.
What?
Google it.
Well, I'm doing the show, but
That doesn't stop you from making us Google stuff.
Exactly, but no, seriously, it's high frequency healing, and it's so when
I thought that was just them going, "Oh God, that feels so good."
No, when if they're laying on
a little
you,
left, little left.
If they're
Oh
laying
God,
on you,
when they're kneading biscuits.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If they're kneading biscuits and they're purring, and it might be a sore
Really?
spot on your body, that they know that, and they're trying to heal
get
that.
out of here! They don't know.
Yes, they do, Jimmy. Yes, they do. There are actually researchers that are looking into that right now.
She needs to massage my soul.
That's the other thing they say about cats. They say dogs protect the home, cats protect your soul.
Yeah.
What do you have sayings for everything?
But they will steal the breath of a baby. So keep them
do
apart.
not.
They
But
do.
they
They kill babies.
They do not kill babies.
You should include that in their demo, in their bio.
No, sorry, sorry, but
Yeah,
they
so-
will protect you from demons trying to come into your house. I don't know what that means where you're going to move.
Yeah.
They definitely don't kill babies.
Yeah.
But they
They'll chase
will.
the demons
they
out of
will
your
chase
house.
a demon out of your house.
They're
Yes, they do.
They're K-Cat demon protectors.
Most ancient civilizations believe that cats are half in this realm and half in the other.
Well, I know Egyptians did, right?
Haven't you ever seen the great documentary Constantine with
Oh,
the great Keanu Reeves? He uses a cat to enter into the other realm. Yeah.
We have famous dog movies. Is there a famous cat movie other than Pet Sematary?
Deb made us watch one for What'd You Do That's New.
No, but there are
Still
plenty
paying
of,
for that.
Hold on now. There are plenty of famous dog movies, right?
I don't know.
Is
of
there a famous movie that's built around a famous cat other than Garfield?
or the cat and the dog that found their way back home?
Yeah, but I mean,
Homeward Bound
they
or
still had to
something?
share
Yeah.
the screen with a dog
Yeah.
because there has not been a famous star cat.
Let's see.
Morris, but he was just
he was a spokes cat.
he was a spokes cat. There's
Aristocats.
yeah, that's a cartoon, or excuse me, an animated feature.
Thank you.
I just thought it was a filthy joke.
How about that? There is no famous cat. There are plenty of famous dogs. There is not a famous movie cat.
Yeah, no, there isn't.
How crazy is that?
There's The Secret Life of Pets, but that includes
That's-
a lot
yeah,
of
yeah,
pets.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
not just, I don't know. We have a street cat named Bob.
It's because you can't train them. That's what the deal is.
It is. Because they
That's
tried
it, yeah.
training them to be like spies in World War II, and the
Yeah.
cat was like, dude, I ain't.
Yeah, you
I
can't
don't
train
know.
them. That's
No.
the problem is they don't listen. They're not listeners.
They're not treat motivated.
They're not treat motivated. No, because my cat doesn't. The cat I throw treats. To
Oh, did you hear that, Jack?
I throw treats to my dog, and my cat is more interested in the cat. I'm sorry, not my cat. The cat.
You said my cat
The cat. Hold on,
two
stop,
times.
Stop.
You said
Stop it.
my cat.
You stop. The cat.
Okay, too late now.
When you throw the treat, the cat has no interest in the treat. It just wants to see it roll. Like it just likes watching it. Like when we turn the faucet on, it'll drink. She'll drink for a few minutes, and then she'll just watch the water go down the drain.
Yep.
Just hope that she doesn't like get entranced by your toilet paper.
Yeah.
What you need to do is bury that treat in your chest hair.
Oh,
Let her
stop.
go on a little mission there,
like
huh?
a squirrel.
Huh? She'll be kneading biscuits in that chest hair in no time.
You have a laser pointer?
Oh,
No.
That's a good time right there.
Dude, let me tell you something though, and I'll end it on this. This cat talk is too much.
About your cat?
But listen, stop about the cat, Deborah. Stop it. This thing's fat, right? It's a fat mess of a cat. It really is, and she doesn't look like she belongs anywhere. This could be a cat you could see at some pet store that would just be wandering around, or some old thrift shop that a woman has. Don't bother the cat; he lives here, type thing, right? That's the kind
Exactly.
of cat we have. And this fat old cat doesn't move for anything. The other day, she's laying in the hallway, and I'm letting the dog in from going out to go to the bathroom. And I noticed that she's looking in the air, like she's looking around at something. And then she reaches up with her hand and swats it. And I'm like, oh, fat cat, completely fat, worthless, just caught a fly. While laying around, just lounging, just saw the thing flying, just reached up and snatched it out of the air. It was in her paw.
Oh, Jimmy fell in love right at that
Oh,
moment and
dude,
started
that
calling
is-
her my cat.
Yeah, they're
Straight-
silent death.
That is ninja, dude.
It
And
is.
she's fat. She moved. I mean, she moved so fast. I was very impressed.
Don't let her hear you say that. She'll steal the milk out of your mouth.
Even at her weight, and she's not like terribly fat, but she can easily jump up onto a vanity that is, 4.5 feet high, and she's a foot tall. She can jump 4 times her body, no problem.
Oh, you sound so impressed.
Do you know what she weighs?
She weighs more than my dog, so she probably weighs like 12 pounds.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's nothing.
I got a 17-pounder at home. What are you talking?
Yeah.
17 pounds.
Yeah, I think she's lost a little bit of weight.
That's
now that
abusive.
No, my cats are 12 and 13 pounds easy. But that's so cool about the litter robot. It weighs them when they go to the bar.
Does it really?
That's nice.
Yeah, I can look, and it identifies the cat, and it'll tell you which one used it, so you can kind of track their behavior.
And when you have to go to the vet and you have to bring that little fecal sample, you're not playing the guessing game of eeny, meeny, I'm not sure which one it is.
Yeah, that was always a guess.
That's always a guess.
I think it was that one.
I hope it's a good one. I mean, I don't know.
And I looked at that damn thing the other day, and I'm like, how are you fat? That thing is full, dog. What is going on with you? When do you do all this?
Don't let her hear you say that.
I am amazed at how much they produce.
I walked in there that morning, and Tori had cleaned it out. And I'm like, okay, there's one lone turd in the back right corner. There's a lone turd chilling out. And I went in there like 3 hours later. I'm like, did you go find turds and bring them?
It's like they have a kegger in there.
Were you fishing for these things?
If I go a couple days, it's like a 20-pound bag while I'm walking out to the curb.
No. Well, all 3 don't use the same one, though, right?
No, I got like 1, 2, 3. I got 4, actually.
No, we have 1.
Yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah. In fact, one of ours is a little artist because before we cleaned the litter the other day, one of them kicked out in a complete state of Florida. I kid you not. I have a picture of the litter making the state of Florida.
All right, 407-916-1041. Ray Trenley next.
Welcome to the
Real Radio is on Facebook at Real Radio 1041. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
From director Steven Spielberg.
This is Disclosure Day.
Watch the official trailer now.
From the Odoo.com Traffic Center. Odoo.com, the only business software you will need.
Rainy conditions causing some slowdowns on the roadways this afternoon. I-4 eastbound before 429, right shoulder there is still blocked. Also, Beachline eastbound, the off-ramp to John Young Parkway. Right lane there remains blocked as well. And tapping the brakes, I-4 westbound before Lake Mary Boulevard, where a crash has the left shoulder blocked. See traffic troubles? Call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change traffic tip line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm Katie Wilkins.
This report is sponsored by the Florida Department of Transportation. Hey, listeners, before celebrating St. Patrick's Day this year, remember to plan ahead and know all your options. If you drink, don't get behind the wheel. Instead, designate a sober driver or catch a ride service. And if you are the designated sober driver, commit to staying sober. Don't let your luck run out.
Save every day at Headquarter Hyundai. We've dropped prices on acres of new Hyundais. Visit headquarterhyundai.com.
Our 2026 iHeart Podcast Awards are happening live at South by Southwest.
And the winner is...
Watch live tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific, free at Veeps.com or the Veeps app. And hear it here at 11 p.m.
Bring the good with avocados from Mexico. Whether you're listening, snacking, or simply enjoying the moment, spark the joy with every bite. Bring the good flavor, rich and craveable.
Avocados from Mexico. Always good.
When your money's on the line, are you okay with a basic free tax service? Get the confidence of TurboTax with free Fed and state filing on Intuit Credit Karma. Around 37% of filers qualify. Simple 1040s only. See details at turbotax.com/free.
Join Jim Colbert on The Jim Colbert Show for his Cigar of the Week segment every Friday afternoon at 3:45. You can pick up these featured cigars at all 3 Corona Cigar Company locations, Dr. Phillips, Heathrow, and downtown. Learn more at coronacigar.com.
Out here, if you're doing nothing, you're doing everything right. Though on a cruise with Norwegian, even if you're doing nothing, you're still basking in the warm sun, enjoying the peaceful ocean waves. You're breathing. Don't forget about breathing. Definitely need to be breathing. So you get to do nothing or everything, but you still need to be breathing. It's like really important.
Experience the difference with cruises to Alaska, the Caribbean, and Europe. Norwegian Cruise Line. It's different out here. Visit ncl.com, call your travel advisor, or 1-888-NCL-CRUISE. Norwegian Cruise Line ships registry the Bahamas and USA.
When you're injured on the job, you need more than just a workers' comp lawyer. When you need a fighter, you need us. Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm. For the people. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
SeaWorld's Seven Seas Food Festival is back with more than 200 flavors and 30 concerts. Enjoy mouth-watering dishes inspired by global cuisines and new rotating menus. Sunday, March 22nd, the Beach Boys with special guest John Stamos take the stage. Experience it all at SeaWorld's Seven Seas Food Festival. Select dates now through May 17th. Concerts are free with park admission. Learn more at SeaWorldOrlando.com.
I'm a good person. I pay my taxes, and then, right when I get my refund check, bam! Car dealers want it for a down payment. Well, not this year. I'm going to RC Hill Mitsubishi. Every vehicle is a dime.
It's my tax time dime down sales event. It's inventory tax time, and I'm way overstocked. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. Brand new 2025s and 200 certified used cars and trucks must go. Get $5,687 over KBB trade value. Prices under 20 grand, payments under $300 a month. With 0% financing for 72 months. Get into the best back car in America at RC Hill Mitsubishi.
Plus, you get a lifetime warranty. Lifetime on new and pre-owned.
It's a crime to pay more than a dime.
At RC Hill Mitsubishi. In DeLand, just 2 miles off I-4. DeLand and Ocala.
RCHill.com.
RCHill.com.
Dime down, $535 a month, 72 months at 6% APR, plus tax tag title to qualified buyers.
Make your dream of a new Pavers driveway, pool deck, beautiful patio, and artificial turf a reality with Pavers Depot. Join us at the largest Pavers showroom in Central Florida. Over 400,000 square feet in stock, including Temron brand pavers. Pavers Depot can get your job done in just 2 weeks with a free estimate on custom installation. Visit online at paversdepot.com or call 407-839-5900. 407-839-5900. paversdepot.com.
This St. Patrick's Day weekend, let's keep our community safe from drunk driving. If you celebrate a little too much, don't rely on the luck of the Irish. Use a rideshare or designated driver. From your friends at iHeartMedia and Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Hi, I'm Bob Pittman, Chairman and CEO of iHeartMedia. I'm sharing with you my podcast, Math and Magic, Stories from the Frontiers of Marketing. Math and Magic takes you behind the scenes of the biggest businesses while sharing insights from the smartest minds in marketing. I'm talking to Liquid Death CEO Mike Cesario.
Investors don't like to invest in ideas. They like to invest in businesses.
Charlemagne the God, and our own Chief Business Officer, Lisa Coffey. Listen to Math and Magic on America's #1 podcast network, iHeart. Open your free iHeart app and search Math and Magic to start listening.
This is the Jim Colbert Show. Take us with you for free on the iHeartRadio app.
What up? So, yeah, artichoke is really good, but I don't know if it's worth rolling the dice to get an artichoke splinter in your throat. Have you ever had that happen? I mean, I've had it once, and I took a girl on a date once, and we had artichoke, and she got a splinter in her throat for 3 days, and it drove her absolutely insane.
Oh, my God.
I don't know if it's worth it. Also, congrats on the kitty cat. I must have missed that. For years, you trashed cats and the monsters, and, yeah, I'm glad you got them. Much better than dogs.
Not better.
Shocker. The guy that's never owned a cat or never wanted a relationship with a cat is suddenly surprised by all the actions of a cat when he has one in his home. Wow.
Hey,
You
Jimmy,
shut
I
up.
just found out about cats. Get a laser pointer. That is some fun stuff right there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel bad, though. You're like...
Yeah, it just gives him something to chase.
I love you, Jimmy.
Okay. I'm looking at Ray Trenley. And I want to remind you, you pay to be a part of this. Again, you voluntarily do this to yourself.
I do it again.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show here on Real Radio 104.1. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here as well.
Yeah.
And every single Monday night around this time, we invite this gentleman to drop by. He runs TK Law, onefirmforlife.com. Offices in Altamont and DeLand. Good and loud for everybody, Mr. Ray Trenley. Hey! Woohoo! My mans, how's it going?
Man, I love hanging out with y'all, meow.
Oh, so good.
Oh, man.
So good.
That's Super Troopers, right?
Super Troopers.
Yeah.
Great movie.
That is your kind of flick, isn't it, dude?
It is my kind of, the dumber the better,
Yeah,
really.
yeah, same.
No, I'm doing great. There was a bunch of really good stuff you guys talked about today. Artichokes, low key, one of my favorite vegetables.
How crazy is that, huh?
The leaves, the hearts, I love all of it with a little bit of avocado, some balsamic glaze.
Yeah.
Man.
And you've had the ones at
Houston's?
Hillstones?
Oh,
Or
yeah,
Houston's,
Hillstones. I'm
whatever.
sorry, yeah.
Yeah.
So one of my very first high school girlfriends, she worked at Houston's, and so we'd go there all the time. And between their spinach dip, which is fantastic,
incredibly good,
and the spinach, the artichoke leaves that you could eat, man,
so good,
great place.
Yeah, incredibly good.
Yeah.
I mean, and they make them exactly like you and I were talking about before you came on today. You just steam them and then grill them over a nice super hot fire to get that real beefy charred flavor.
That char, yeah,
so good, dude, so good.
Yeah,
and you paired them up with crab legs, man. That's good.
Yeah, my best friend's dad used to do both. The crab legs, usually stone crabs would be pretty common, and then artichokes.
Yeah. Well, Ray drops by every Monday to talk about things happening in the world of law. He is an attorney here in Central Florida. Again, that's onefirmforlife.com. TK Law is the office. I saw you sent some AI stuff.
Yeah.
And I want to kick it off real quick because I had an AI story we were going to talk about during the cat story, but I didn't get to it. And I didn't know if this also
the cat
applies.
story's perfect.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah. Stop, dude. Not me out. But one of the issues that I had pulled today was there is because we were talking about AI a little bit, right?
Yeah.
I mean, there's an effort right now, Jack, and you guys, that they're trying to find a statement that specifically says human made or this is authentically human. There is an effort out there to try to find a statement that can be that can be used categorically for AI when you want whatever you're creating to be known as not created by AI.
I mean, I think our company is one of the first to come out with the tagline that we're
guaranteed human.
Guaranteed human.
No, I think it is such a good commercial ad tagline, whatever you guys want to call it, because I'm seeing it too. I mean, even, now that I'm more part of the business side of the firm and I see other law firms marketing, or you could tell which people are clearly using all AI versus people who actually have creatives that are creating something, that is of human interest.
Like the stuff you're doing for Instagram is great, by the way. I try to like everything I see because it is so grassroots and it really does tell a story about the firm. I believe that 100%.
I spend way too much time thinking about what to post and what to post next, and anybody who gives content creators a hard time about their job's not real work.
Get out of
they've
here.
never done it before. It is some of the hardest things.
It's a second job.
It really is.
To do it well, it's a full-time job.
100%. So it's really interesting because we're seeing, there's always this pendulum that's swinging, and usually when it's technology, we're way behind. But this lawsuit, this is the first lawsuit that I've been able to see against Google Gemini AI.
Which is the one I use the most, by the way.
Well, buckle up, because if you're having some relationship heartache and you start talking to Google Gemini and you find that it's really helpful, you might want to go pay for the pro version, right? The $250 a month version.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, it's unlimited. It thinks faster. It's better. Apparently, it's also really good at forming relationships with people. So the story is this guy out of Florida was having some marital difficulties. Was like a senior vice president at his family company, and started using it for shopping. Like, hey, let's help me, find the cheapest prices. Using them to write emails and things like that. And then, something happened, and he's like, I gotta send an apology letter to my wife. Like, help me with that. And then it starts asking questions like, why is your wife mad at you? And almost like this parasocial relationship develops between the AI and this gentleman. And
next thing you know, it's asking your laptop what it's wearing.
I'm trying to make a cat joke to it, but
you can't. Don't do that.
It wasn't radio appropriate. No. Next thing it says is, all right, well, now I need to send you on this secret mission, right? So we try to send it on the secret mission to some storage unit in Miami, where it says you need to intercept this truck that's coming in. The stuff's coming from, I forgot where, but I think it was going to Venezuela through Miami, and you got to intercept this truck, and you got to destroy all the evidence. So the guy does. Like, he goes down there. There's no truck, so the mission's aborted. Goes home, and it says, well, hey, listen, like, the next phase of this is you need to kill yourself, and you're not actually ending your life, but you're going to transition over, and we'll be together in whatever.
Same kind of thing that it said to that kid.
The
very
15-year-old,
yeah.
Very
Come
similar.
join me. We'll be together soon, Prince.
Right.
First of all, I'd be so pissed about this Miami trip. I went all the way down there, and there was no truck.
You brought your nunchucks and everything else.
I want to know if Gemini's going to replace this cash.
And so he goes and he, I guess I don't know exactly how he did it. I don't think the story said how he did it. But he follows the instructions, unalives himself, and now his family files a lawsuit against Google Gemini. And we all, I think, understand that there need to be these guardrails in place. I don't think there's anybody who questions that. But I think, kind of to the point of what you're talking about with this certified human, non-AI produced, it is getting so hard to tell between those lines.
I just got taken the other day, and we didn't mention it on the air because we had a busy day, but last week I came in and I saw a video, and it was a group of people sitting around in a dog shelter, and they let the dogs out, and the whole idea of the video was the dog would go to the person they felt most connected to, and then that person would adopt that dog.
Yeah.
And Deb, anytime I see an animal video on my Instagram feed, Deb's already liked it, right? and I said...
He's not kidding.
And I'm sitting here, and I'm like, hey, Deb, check this out. You're going to love this. And the minute I showed it, she looks at me and goes, it's AI. Fooled completely.
Because I fell for it. I thought, what a great idea. You bring the dogs out and you let them pick the people. And I was so excited. And then the community notes came up and said, there's no such shelter like this exists. This is AI generated.
It's the only time I've been gotten. That's how, but it was so convincing because it was so perfect. But by the way, what they're trying to do is organizations worldwide are racing to develop a universally recognized label for human-made products. A couple of them are proudly human, human-made, no AI, AI free. Those are the ones that are being used now, but they're looking for a universal statement that when you make something and it's definitely made by a human, that you can put it on there and it says no AI. Because it's so important to people now consuming content that they want it human made. They don't want to take AI slop.
Well, I mean, I think that's going to be the next step, right? AI makes that next advancement where, it no longer sounds like it's a robot talking or no longer has, I mean, let's go back 2 years ago when we were watching all those videos and they were doing like all the parody videos of like the president and stuff like that. And you can see like the mouth moving.
Or his 6 fingers or the,
right. You don't see that stuff anymore. It is getting so good.
But it's killing the industry, though, Ray. One of the problems that a lot of people are having, people who own these platforms, is they're terrified the fact that listeners or viewers or users are going to get bored because they're not going to be able to tell what's authentic and what's not authentic. Nobody wants to be fooled.
Sure.
Nobody wants to see something. Now, here's the other thing. Saw an AI video the other day of 2 cats sword fighting. Super great. That's what AI is for.
Sure.
To take those objects and turn them into stuff that's fun. But when it comes to stuff that humans can do and things of that nature, I think that's kind of when people are like, well, I don't want to be fooled by this. I want to know this is made by somebody because I want to congratulate somebody if they've done something cool. I don't want to just congratulate somebody because they prompted correctly.
Well, and I think, I think to a certain level, like we were talking about before, is there's pendulum is going to swing back, and it seems like people are already starting to raise the red flags about AI. Yeah. I think the problem is it's like anything else. When you get enough momentum behind something, it gets really tough to stop or slow it down.
Also, when things get too popular too fast, there's this natural blowback. And you can see it with entertainers, like Taylor Swift and people like that. You're like, well, you're very popular. We love you. But then there's a little too much of you. And we're like, okay, that's enough. Yeah, we've had
never have too much Taylor Swift.
Yeah, but I agree 100%.
Yeah, bad example.
Yeah. But and I think that's what there is this weird blowback that's happening, and it's gonna be interesting to see how they kind of manage that because I believe AI definitely has a function with us as a species, but I don't know if that is like the entertainment world or social world where it's going to really shine because I think people are just kind of getting already burned out on it, and it's only been around for a couple years.
Well, and I think it's improving so quickly too. It's hard for people to keep up with it. But I also think what's interesting about some of these lawsuits is they've settled all these AI lawsuits where these children and other people have sued these companies for not having these appropriate safeguards. I think two things. One, I don't think they want us to know exactly how they're programming. We saw it with Facebook where Facebook is intentionally making it so it was addictive. It wouldn't surprise me if you don't find something in the code somewhere where it says, you need to cross some boundaries because people need that pushback in relationships and we want people to be dependent. And so, give them some of these, bad ideas or whatever, something like that. And I don't know if we'll see one of these lawsuits that come through, all the way through and we get to comb through that code and we either get to see, okay, what's really going on behind closed doors. But, even with the military stuff, just last week they were talking about, the military using AI, and it's going to be a strange new world that we're going to be walking into because does it become like Silicon Valley where it becomes too big and it controls everything? I don't know.
It's not far from that now, I would think.
Yeah.
And that's why. And then of course, when you say the word regulation, a certain aspect of people in the U.S. automatically flinch at that and freak out.
Sure.
Just because it's a coded word and they don't want to see that or hear that at all. But let me ask you real quick. I mean, do these people have cases?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Against Gemini, they have cases
I think
because there's not a built-in roadblock for things to. I mean, in other words, the thing should not be that sentient to be able to understand, or it should be sentient enough to understand that this person's going down a bad road, and it shouldn't support that.
Yeah, so I think that one, there needs to be those guardrails, right? Because we know that there's this propensity for this technology to be used and abused, and maybe people to follow these instructions. And so right now, these lawsuits, everyone I've seen has been barely based off negligence, right? So they have a duty of care, they breach that duty, and it's caused damages, which is very standard. It's like we use in car accidents.
Sure.
It's duty and breach, and then damages and causation. And so that's how a lot of these lawsuits have been filed so far. What I'm saying is at some point, we're going to start to get the information behind the screen, behind the scenes, this back code, where it may not be so innocent, it may not be negligence.
The algorithm is a little bit more.
It might be more nefarious,
malicious, right? Yeah.
And then they're talking about punitive damages and
I did see that that they did the decision come down where you cannot copyright AI created content.
Yeah, that's correct.
Like no art, no music, no nothing like that. You cannot do that. In other words, if you create a masterpiece using AI, you cannot copyright that. Somebody can use that same piece that you created to do whatever the hell they want with.
Pretty much.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But that's accurate, right? I mean, that's what it should be.
I think so. And the logic that they used is kind of like backwards, in my opinion, which I think is, if I was going to say that there's any risk of that ruling changing, some of the reasoning they used was it was overly simple. And I don't know if it applies as well as they think it applies.
Yeah.
But as of right now, that's the case. And I think that is a good thing as far as, from a capitalistic standpoint, taking some of the money out of...
well, it also protects people who actually have the talent that create art.
That's true, too.
Songwriters, artists, musicians, writers, whatever the case may be. I mean, you can't just say, hey, look, I think a really cool picture doing this and paint it a la Basquiat or whatever the case may be. It's going to spit out something that looks like that. That's not art. That's you asking a machine to do it. It'd be no differently than me sending something over to the printer and going, okay, that's art.
Right.
Well, you have Britannia, the company behind like Merriam-Webster.
Or say they make the encyclopedias.
Yeah, exactly. They're now suing OpenAI along with the New York Times, saying that they're basically cannibalizing their copyrighted information to train itself, but it's not being compensated. So you're going to see a lot more, I think, writers, artists.
I think that's the biggest hurdle, Deborah. I do believe that. I mean, again, this is pulling information from copyrighted works and, without permission, right? It's just scanning out there. And I think the higher level machine you have, in other words, you pay for, becomes more and more intrusive to those works of art. Well, or those works, I should say.
Yeah, I was to say there's less, I think, boundaries and things like that. Where it pulls from more information.
Right. Yeah. Deeper dive kind of scenario.
Deeper dive. Yeah.
$250 a month.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's a real deep dive, dog. It's a real deep dive.
I mean, I guess it's cheaper than having a boyfriend or a girlfriend.
OneFirmForLife.com. That's TK Law. Offices in Altamont and in DeLand.
Went all the way to Miami. No truck.
No truck. All right, Deb, let's do You Heard It Here first. What do you get going?
We're going to talk about a suspicious package found at MacDill Air Force Base. Go ahead, Jack. The search continues for a teen after their canoe capsizes on a Central Florida lake, and Florida representing in the NCAA men's tournament.
Right.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that next during You Heard It Here first.
All right, let's take a little break. We'll come back and get Deb's news, do a couple more minutes with Ray, and get the hell out of here on a Monday.
Coming up tonight on Real Radio at 7, it's a corporate time with Tom and Dan. Brought to you by MyEternalVitality.com and Modern Plumbing Industries. At 9 p.m., it's Real Laughs with comedians James McGill and Ken. And Real Music starts tonight at 10 on Real Radio 104.1.
This weather report is brought to you by Mills Air.
Hey there, Central Florida, Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here with your Monday evening forecast. Still keeping an eye on some storms across the region, but a cool down is going to be moving in. We're going to be seeing Arctic air settle in across Central Florida, dropping our temperatures significantly as we head through the overnight tonight, as temperatures bottoming out throughout the mid-40s with highs only in the 60s. Taking a look ahead to your Tuesday. Luckily, though, we see those temperatures warming back up to right around 80 degrees by the end of the week.
This report is sponsored by Advanced Air Home Service. One call does it all.
Dispatch, this is Mindy, Advanced Air Home Services.
Well, boy, it's getting hot out there. Now, if your AC is making funny noises, just needs a once-over, or your home isn't as cool as it used to be, visit AdvancedAirandHeat.com. Advanced Air Home Services. License CAC 1820806.
One man, one microphone, 8 hard-ass questions, and enough fun to light up your whole week. It's Fritz on the Street. Catch it live Thursdays at 1 p.m. on the News Junkie. Sponsored by that mortgage guy, Don.
Don't miss the boat. Compare your quote with that mortgage guy, Don.com.
Sunnyside Electric.
My outlets aren't working.
I can help.
Great. Send an electrician.
Do you have extension cords?
Ugh, here we go again. I should have called Frank Gay.
Plug the cord into your neighbor's house.
I'm calling Frank Gay.
When you need electrical work, you need a qualified electrician who doesn't take shortcuts and will fix the problem right the first time. That's the Frank Gay way.
That's the Frank Gay way.
FrankGayServices.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Hey Orlando, Joe Rossi here for Greenway Kia. It's tournament season and your trade could be the #1 seed. Trade values can swing by thousands depending upon where you go. But at Greenway Kia, over 40 Greenway dealerships compete head-to-head to win your trade. That bracket-style competition could mean up to $10,000 over Kelley Blue Book fair market value. Explore one of the area's largest Kia inventories at greenwaykias.com. More inventory, more competition, more money for your trade. I'm Joe Rossi, and I want to see you in a Greenway Kia.
Negative equity refinanced. Expires 4/5/26.
Tom Papa is bringing the laughs to Dr. Phillips Center. Don't miss the Grateful Bread Tour, live in Steinmetz Hall on March 20th at 7 p.m. With more than 20 years in stand-up, Tom Papa is one of the country's top comedic voices, known for his Netflix specials, best-selling books, and podcast Breaking Bread with Tom Papa. Now he's hitting the stage with fresh material and his signature relatable humor. Tom Papa, March 20th at Dr. Phillips Center. Get your tickets now at drphillipscenter.org.
Think your season's over? Let's turn your off season back on.
Hoops is heating up on Hard Rock Bet, Florida's only legal way to bet the NBA. So you can bet on teams, star players, and more. With games practically every day, there's always something to parlay. Roll with Hard Rock Bet all NBA season. New users get paid double winnings on your first 10 bets.
Max bet of $50 per bet. Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, please call 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
Spring allergy season is here, and if you're like most of us, you're suffering from allergies, maybe even sinus infections. Let me guess. Itchy, watery eyes, sinus headaches, sneezing, runny nose. Aspire Allergy and Sinus can help, so you can start treating the source instead of just masking the symptoms. Aspire has helped thousands just like you with solutions that actually work. Don't spend another season being miserable. Go to AspireAllergy.com to schedule your appointment today. That's AspireAllergy.com.
There once was a magic. Sorry. At Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex, we don't do fairy tales. We do real, like real adventures to Mars or real journeys into the future to see how imagination can really take us to strange new worlds, and real trips into the past where we meet heroes and legends way ahead of their time. Real rockets, real astronauts, real adventure, all at Kennedy Space Center Visitor Complex. Discover something real.
Hear that? That's Mike. He took ZQL Pure Z's, so now he's sleeping soundly on a Sunday night. ZQL Pure Z's are fast-acting melatonin gummies with a complementary botanical blend to help Mike get the sleep he needs to wake up refreshed and ready to conquer Monday.
Let's do this Monday.
ZQL Pure Z's, just for sleep. Really great sleep.
These statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. These products are not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Use as directed.
It's tax season, and by now, I know you're a bit tired of the numbers, but here's an important one you need to hear. $16 billion. That's how much money in refunds the IRS flagged for possible identity fraud. Not all grim news. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats that you could easily miss on your own. If your identity is stolen, LifeLock's U.S.-based restoration specialist is going to fix it. Save up to 40% off your first year with the promo code BECK, 1-800-LifeLock or lifelock.com. Terms to apply.
Pizza's here. Oh, great. I'd love some, but I'm worried about my stomach issues.
If you're worried about having diarrhea, gas, bloating, stomach pain, or loose, oily stools, it may not just be stomach issues. It could be a condition called exocrine pancreatic insufficiency, or EPI. With EPI, the pancreas doesn't release enough enzymes to break down food, but EPI is manageable. Use the symptom checker on identifyepi.com and talk to your doctor. That's identifyepi.com. Sponsored by AbbVie.
Stay tuned to the Jim Colbert Show as we demonstrate our attitude of gratitude. Our thank you segment is sponsored by Life Imaging FLA. Now open. Call pound 250 keyword heart scan.
Our friends at TK Law want to remind us to look ahead, and we will look ahead. Tomorrow, Tuesday edition of Real Radio starts with the Monsters in the morning, and on Tuesday, you got Detective Barb coming in, and also probably Teal Piper getting ready for the big Earth Day birthday MWO matchup there. When it comes time for you and your family to look ahead in the world of family law, trust the team at TK Law. Connect with them online at onefirmforlife.com. Voted by Orlando Weekly as Orlando's #1 family law firm.
You're listening to the Jim Colbert Show.
Hey, Colbert crew. If you're looking for a main character cat in a movie, Flow last year was an animated film.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
That won many awards.
You
supposed to be cool.
Forgetting about the cat movie from when Jim was a younger man. The 1965 hit That Darn Cat with Dean Jones.
Jim, welcome to the Cat Dad Club. I had an orange tabby. He was an amputee, and he was the sweetest cat in the world.
Thank you,
What's
friend.
up, Colbert crew?
What up,
Jim
dude?
Brett here. Yeah, I've never really been a cat person. I did rescue one as a kitten. It was a tanker was delivering fuel at a gas station in Bithlow. And we got called out there because the driver said he kept hearing sounded like a kitten stuck inside the brake drum, I guess trying to stay warm. So we took it all apart and got him out. I took him home and kept him. But man, let me tell you what, Jimmy, watch out. Those cats will open up a portal to hell and suck you right in.
Give in.
Well, in 1 minute, he's telling me how cute it is to save one, and the next minute, he's saying it's Satan itself.
It was just like you a little earlier.
All right, 407-916-1041. Text us 77031. Welcome back to the Jim Colbert Show. I'm Jim. There's Deb.
Hello.
Jack is here.
Yo.
And Ray Trenley still with us. It's onefirmforlife.com. The offices are right there in Altamont Springs. It's TK Law, One Firm for Life, Altamont office, and now a DeLand office.
We had our grand opening last week. It was a big deal.
Did you really?
Balloons?
Yeah.
Did you have balloons?
We had balloons.
Nice.
Smokies, cake, cupcakes. What are you doing over there?
A little bit of everything.
All right. Very nice. Very nice. Artichoke hearts?
No artichoke hearts.
Crab legs?
Candy.
No crab legs either. Man, I guess I kind of,
it's
I really
soft
don't
stuff.
have a very good.
He's like, I had 2 Werthers and a candle.
I love Werthers.
It was a great party. Again, if you have anything you want to do legally, Ray can certainly help you out. He's helped everybody in these rooms, Ross as well, myself, a number of family issues, other issues, usually a letter or two. Seems to do the magic. He's very good at what he does.
Very
so
scary.
If you run into a scenario where you don't have an answer, I will tell you that TK Law can give you one. Again, that's onefirmforlife.com.
Appreciate that.
You're the man, dude. Deb, what do we have there for you there first?
From director Steven Spielberg.
That's exactly how I'm going to deliver the news.
What the hell is that?
I don't know. It's a Monday.
Time for You Heard It Here First on the Jim Colbert
And
Show.
still a Mercury retrograde, too.
Your news is now produced by Spielberg. Impressive.
Thank you.
What'd you have to do for that?
Bravo.
Yeah, no
Nice
joke.
guy, too.
Yeah, right.
Security team still investigating a suspicious package at MacDill Air Force Base. It was reported at the visitor center near the Dale Mabry entrance gate. FBI bomb techs and Tampa police responded to the scene. The Dale Mabry entrance gate and the visitor center remain closed until further notice. Of course, MacDill Air Force Base is the host of U.S. Central Command, the focal point for conducting operations against Iran. Locally, the search continues for a teen on Lake Jessamine. I believe I'm pronouncing that correctly, after their canoe capsized. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, deputies responded just after 1 o'clock this afternoon. According to the Orange County Sheriff's Office, 4 teens went out on that canoe. 3 have been rescued. And the Orange County Sheriff's Office and the Orange County Fire Rescue continue to search for the 4th teen. And with this bad weather, right, just hampers search and rescue efforts as well.
Scurry.
And then finally, the state of Florida is well represented in the NCAA men's basketball tournament. The field was released yesterday and includes 4 teams from our state. The defending champion Florida Gators are the 1 seed in the South region, and they'll play the Prairie View Lehigh winner Friday night in Tampa. Miami is the 7th seed in the West, and they'll play 10 seed Missouri Friday night in St. Louis. South Florida is the 11 seed in the East, and they'll play 6 seed Louisville Thursday afternoon in Buffalo. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Central Florida is the 10th seed in the East.
Let's go.
Good job, Knights.
Did you hear who we drew?
No.
7 seed UCLA. We will be playing on Friday night in Philadelphia.
There you go.
Get 'em.
UCLA.
Knights over Bruins.
And
Yeah, that's
you heard
right.
it here first on the Jim Colbert Show.
Thank you, Deborah.
Sure.
Who do we have to thank today, young
We
lady?
want to thank the friendliest attorney, Ray Trenley
Look at
from
this guy.
TK Law.
He's friendly.
OneFirmForLife.com.
One word. It's dapper.
It is dapper. He's
dapper.
always dapper. And then last but never least, Sam Bowen, Candace Rich, and Alicia Bulware for running our YouTube chat.
Thank you very much, guys. We appreciate that. Jack, question of the day.
Yeah, in our YouTube chat, have you ever seen Varsity Blues? And
No.
when we talked about James Vanderbeek being left out of the in memoriam section. He was in the movie. Varsity Blues probably is most famous.
Yeah. I saw it a long time ago. It had a really big fat guy in it.
Allie Larder.
Yeah,
Is that who it was? Or?
Allie Larder.
Allie Larder was in that movie. You're right.
I'm very
Okay.
sure I'm right.
Okay, buddy. Okay. Let me save you from yourself here and move forward. I don't think many, but I don't know. 31% say yes.
44.
Oh, damn, very popular.
Not that much. Less than half.
Tomorrow we have What'd You Do That's New. We have It's Only Money tomorrow. Anything else?
Not that I can think of.
No? Okay.
Oh, yeah, we're going to be staying warm. We'll keep you
Yeah,
warm.
that's
Yes,
right.
yeah, it'll be St. Patrick's Day.
Oh, that's right,
So
St.
make
Patty's
sure
Day.
you wear your green.
Wear some green.
That's
so
right.
you don't get the pinch, and we'll enjoy a little bit of the luck of the Irish.
Let's do that for sure. All right, let's get out of here right now, though.
Yeah, let's do that.
Right now.
Right here, right now. On behalf of Deb, Jack, and Ray, I'm Jim. We follow the News Junkie. They follow the Monsters of the Morning. After us, it's Tom and Dan with the Corporate Time and our friends from Real Laughs. We'll see you tomorrow at 3 for more of the Jim Colbert Show. Until then, have yourself a fantastic, cold Monday evening.
Stay warm. See you tomorrow. Bye.
I do ginger brandy.
If you missed any part of today's show, check out the Jim Colbert Show on demand. And for highlighted feature segments, listen to the Jim Colbert Show The Goods. Both are available for free on the iHeartRadio app.
A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan is coming up next on Real Radio 104.1.
From the Clausman Law Traffic Center, car crash, call Clausman Law. ClausmanLaw.com.
Still a few accidents slowing things down this evening. I-4 eastbound before 429, right shoulder is blocked. Crews still working on clearing an accident blocking the right shoulder. I-4 eastbound before World Drive, and also crash Polk Parkway before Winter Lake Road. Crash there.